We have new lights.
They're beautiful.
Welcome to From Center Ice, the podcast. My name is Courtney.
And I'm Jacqueline.
And we have lights.
Yeah, all
we have colorful lights.
Look,
and
red,
circle lights right there.
Big, bright ones right in front of us.
If you're watching on the YouTube, you can tell that it looks different in here.
True.
If you are not watching on the YouTube and you would like to watch on the YouTube, you can go to youtube.com/c/FromCenterIce. And
also, we have a new... What would you call this?
Poster?
Because
we have a new logo.
We do.
Designed by Johnny Rockford himself.
Welcome to Season 3.
Yes. Season 3, Episode 3, I believe.
Yeah, 3.
Yes, Episode 3 of Season 3. And we have all new things.
Yes, we do.
It's crazy.
This is exciting.
It is exciting. And it's only the first episode with all of these new things. And I kind of just got tired of messing with them before... we hit record, so it'll probably look a little bit different next time, but not too much different.
That's fine.
Yeah. I'll just keep playing with the lights, and we'll find something eventually that looks right.
Yep. Or we'll make mistakes.
Well, there will be a lot of those. There will be a lot of those. But, yeah. So, you want to...
Ooh, that could have been bad.
That could have been a real big mistake, and not a fancy one.
Not a fancy one.
That wouldn't have been a transgression, just a mistake. Almost knocked Red Bull all over my laptop.
That would have been a bad time.
Oh, that would have been real sad.
Yeah.
You want to talk about some hockey?
Let's do it.
All right. So there's no good segue after this, so I'm going to start with it.
Okay.
So Pierre-Luc Dubois, formerly of the Columbus Blue Jackets, now of the Winnipeg Jets after the trade for Patrick Laine and Jack Roslovic. Anyway, he is changing his number to number 80 in honor of former teammate Matis Kivlenieks.
It's really
tugging
at my heartstrings.
I know.
Oh, that's really nice.
It's really nice of him, and it's really sad.
It's very sad.
But yeah, like I said, no good segue.
No good segue whatsoever.
So that's just what we started with. You want to go to Buffalo?
Sure.
You know, mentally go over to Buffalo, not physically. So we have more in the Jack Eichel situation.
Okay.
Between him and the Sabres. This is a statement that was put out by his agents.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right. In response to the Sabres statement regarding being in control of the process, Jack Eichel under contract, and other comments, we offer the following response. The process is not working. As previously stated, we fully anticipated a trade by the start of the NHL free agency period, after the agreed upon and prescribed period for conservative rehabilitation lapsed in early June 2021. That's a lot of fancy speak.
That was much.
It was determined by the Sabres medical staff that a surgical procedure was required. The recommendation by Jack's independent neurosurgeon, other spine specialists consulted, and the surgery Jack feels most comfortable having in order to correct a herniated disc in his neck is to proceed with artificial disc replacement surgery.
Oh.
A further point of concern is that our camp was initially under the impression that the Sabres specialist was in agreement with the artificial disc replacement surgery until that was no longer the case.
Okay.
What is being left out of the discussion... Wow. Restart that sentence. What is being left out of the discussion is that Jack would be able to play in the NHL for the start of the season, pending medical clearance, if he were allowed to have the surgery he desires, even as of this date.
You're getting pretty close there, bud.
Repeated requests have been made to the Sabres since early June to no avail. This process is stopping Jack from playing in the NHL, and it is not working.
What the heck?
Because they have to approve the surgery because he's under contract.
Why would they not?
I don't know. This was released on July 30th, so only a few days ago.
Yeah.
And apparently he would be able to play next season, at the beginning of the season, if he were to have the surgery. But they're just either dragging their feet or not approving it and not trading him.
Well, do they want him to play or not?
I don't think they really care because he's not going to play for Buffalo.
Right. So why does he still need their permission?
because he's still technically under contract with him because they haven't traded him yet.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Big yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, Buffalo. It's always something with you.
Yeah. That's rough. It's like everything that comes out about this guy and the Sabres, it just gets progressively worse.
It's not good. It's not good.
I'm surprised we haven't heard a trade yet.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Everybody
It's very
expected
odd
this to
that
happen.
he's just out there with nobody claiming him.
He's just like, please save me.
Somebody take me out of my misery.
It's like at this point, he's going to be one of those trades where it's like Jack Eichel for nothing.
Nothing, yeah. Oh, boy.
Because he's just going to make the trade himself.
Yeah.
He's just going to call a team and be like, this is Jack Eichel.
Please take me.
I am speaking on behalf of the Buffalo Sabres.
Buffalo Sabres.
I am now your player for nothing.
For nothing.
Oh, gosh.
Yikes.
Yeah. You want to move on to something a little less heavy?
Okay.
Do you remember Drew McIntyre?
I do.
The goaltender?
Yeah.
The one who was just creepily still?
Yes, he was very, very...
Still. Like a tree.
Stationary. Like a tree. Yes, he was our tree goalie.
Yeah, so he came from the Charlotte Checkers and then played for the Rockford IceHogs for like 8 games.
Yeah. But he was just so eerily still.
So still. Like during the anthem and when he would come out for the start of a period, he would just
stand there.
And not move. We were like, are you okay, sir? Are you okay? Why aren't you moving? It was very odd.
It was.
A lot of goaltenders have very
goalies
weird...
are freaking weird, all right?
Yeah.
But
they have very strange routines.
yes.
But it's just creepy if you're just standing there super still. Or he'd like be on his knees stretching and just stay there super...
Stop.
Yeah. Very strange. Anyway, the Manitoba Moose hired him as their goaltending coach.
Oh.
And scout.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. I saw that pop up on Twitter. I was like, oh, there's a name I haven't thought about in a while.
Right?
And then I had to go make sure it was the same one.
Uh-huh.
But alas, it is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that goes well for him. I hope he doesn't create more still goalies.
But aren't the Moose in our division?
Yes.
So, like, if he wants to be bad at his job, that would be fine.
That's fine.
That would be perfectly okay. So I texted you, it was this morning, right? Like, oh, not much has happened in the hockey world.
Yeah.
So then I went on to Cat Friendly this afternoon to make notes for this podcast.
To prepare.
And I was like, oh my God, a lot of things have happened, actually.
Yes.
So since we last recorded, the Vegas Golden Knights traded Ryan Reeves to the New York Rangers
Yeah.
for a 3rd round pick.
That's an interesting transaction.
Yeah. Didn't expect that one. Of course, Vegas is still trying to clear cap space and all that.
Right.
But that was unexpected. And then, of course, you had all of the Washington fans on Twitter being like, oh, Tom Wilson lives rent-free in their heads. They got Ryan Reeves to solve their Tom Wilson problem.
Rent-free. I hate that.
I fucking hate that term.
A lot.
I hate that term so much.
But I do kind of hope that Ryan Reeves, does something to him.
Me too. But when this happened, my first thought didn't go to Tom Wilson. My first thought went to Tony DeAngelo.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
oh, yeah.
All I want is the first time the Rangers and the Canes play each other, I just want Ryan Reeves to feed him fists.
Lay him out.
Yeah. That's where my head went. Everybody else went to Tom Wilson. I was like, fuck him up.
Nope.
Because that is a thing I still can't believe happened.
Right. Yeah. This offseason, there's just been so much happening that, you forget about a lot of the things that have happened.
So much.
Because there's always just another thing happening.
It's kind of mind-blowing, really. But at the same time, it's the offseason, so I feel kind of disconnected from the hockey.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that's why I thought not much had happened until I looked at it, and I was like, oh, yeah, all of that.
These things.
So that was the only really notable trade.
Okay.
But then we get to the signings. And we have Corey Perry signing with Tampa Bay.
That's a weird one.
2-year deal with an average cap hit per year of $1 million.
He will always just be a duck in my head.
Me too. Me too. Just waddling around.
Just waddling
waddling through the league. Although now, so the last 2 years, he's made it to the Stanley Cup final and lost.
Right.
So, is that going to happen again?
Ooh.
Will Tampa Bay get to the final and
And
lose?
Because of Corey Perry.
Because of Corey Perry. Just like how Patrick Maroon kept winning cups.
Yeah, but Corey Perry, will he be the opposite?
Yeah. Or
3 in a row?
will they not even get there? Do they still have Patrick Maroon? Let me see.
I don't know.
I will tell you in just a second. They do.
Okay.
They do. He's signed to a 1-year deal, or he has 1 more year left at $900,000, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. So will they cancel each other out? And they just won't make it to the cup final at all?
You know, that has a very good chance of happening.
I'm very curious to see how that will go. I mean, they've lost some players. They lost Yanni Gourde to Seattle.
Right.
They lost Tyler Johnson to us.
Right. Weird.
I can't remember who else they lost, but there were a couple of players, I want to say.
A few.
So, what do you think if you had to make a bet right now?
Right now.
Where do they end up at the end of the season?
Tampa?
Yep.
I think they make it second round.
Second round?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. You stole my thunder. In other strange signing news.
Oh, here we go.
5-year deal. $4.5 million per year. St. Louis. Brandon Saad.
Right. Oh my God, that feels like it was a month ago.
That's when it clicked in my head that a lot has happened since we last recorded. I was like, holy fuck, that's right. That happened.
Wow, that's a lot. That's 5 years at 4.5.
Yeah.
Whew.
That's an investment.
Oh, for sure. How old is Saad?
He is 28. So he's not old.
No.
He's getting up there for hockey years.
Right.
So by the time it's done, he will be 33.
Yep.
If I mathed that correctly.
That is 5.
Mm-hmm. But St. Louis.
That hurts.
It does. Like, I was fine with him leaving Chicago.
Right.
Both times.
Both.
That had happened.
Uh-huh.
But first he went to Columbus. And by that time, I believe they were out of the Hawks division. Then he went to Colorado. And last season, they weren't in the same division.
Right, because that was the Panarin trade, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. And then the Nikita Zadorov trade.
Yep.
But now he's with St. Louis, and St. Louis is back in the Central Division this season.
I'm not excited about that.
Nope. And they have to face Brandon Saad every time they play. It's weird.
It's got to be weird for them, too.
I mean, he's
Just
the one that signed the contract.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's bad in his head.
It should be.
Well, absolutely, yes, it should be, but I feel like it's always got to be weird, like, no matter what. If you've been on one team and you've had success with them, and then you get traded or you sign somewhere else, going back to play them again, it's got to be so weird, just like playing against your teammates.
Like when he plays against Chicago?
Exactly,
yes. That does have to be weird.
Super weird.
But also, how do you sign with a former rival? Like, that's so weird to me.
It's 4.5.
Fair. But they can't be the only team that offered that.
They're probably the only team offering 4.5.
For 5 years.
Yeah,
maybe.
that's term and good money.
I could see him getting the money, but maybe less years somewhere else.
Yeah.
Just, why St. Louis, though? So when he played with Chicago, they were obviously big rivals. And he was there in 2016? No. When they played the Blues in the first round. Maybe he wasn't. Now I can't remember when he was traded the first time. But anyway. Regardless, they were rivals. And the Hawks had beat St. Louis plenty of times in the playoffs otherwise and in the regular season. And then this past playoff, he was with Colorado, who faced St. Louis in the first round, and they swept them.
Yeah.
And he says that he wants a chance of winning, so he goes to St. Louis? You just swept them!
The logic is not there.
Why is that what you choose?
The math ain't mathin'.
No. Like, yeah, they won the cup, 2 years ago?
3, because Tampa won twice. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I had kindly put that out of my brain. They won. That's even worse. It's more removed.
Yes.
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
And they were the worst team in the NHL in January of that year.
Yeah.
And then Bennington just went on a fucking run and they went to the cup and won it.
What a bitch.
I know. So why St. Louis? If you really want to win, you choose St. Louis.
I really don't. I mean, who was it? Was it Tyler Bozak that went from the Leafs to St. Louis and said that he was going to go win a cup, and then he did.
And then he did that. Yeah. Yeah.
He did that.
It's painful.
With the Blues.
It's very painful. But yeah, Brandon Saad in St. Louis.
I mean, do what you got to do, my dude, but wow.
So now my question to you.
Oh, geez, here we go.
Is how many years until the Blackhawks trade for Brandon Saad from St. Louis?
Not again.
And what do we send to St. Louis to do so?
Can I deny this trade? I don't
because like it's gotta happen, right?
Well, yeah, if Bowman stays.
Yeah, there's that.
It's Saad for bagel. Please kill me now.
That's the worst thing you've ever said to
me. I know.
Brandon Hagel is a St. Louis Blue.
I don't. Nope.
Why did you put that into the world?
You asked me the question.
Yeah, but you didn't have to say it. You had a lot of players to choose from. You didn't have to go there.
It's just one of them that I like the most. So typically, they're the ones that get moved.
You could have gone with DeBrincat because he's comparable to Panarin,
That's
kind of.
That's true.
But no.
You
went with Bagel.
Straight to Bagel.
Why do you do these things to me?
I just like to make your life difficult.
I know. John Hayden signed in Buffalo.
In Buffalo.
1 year, $750,000.
My dude, Buffalo?
Buffalo. Why do players willingly sign
in Buffalo?
In Buffalo, especially when they know that Jack Eichel is going to be moved.
Yep.
I don't get it. I
mean, I was sad when he got traded away too.
Where did he get traded to? The Devils?
Yes.
Yeah.
I liked him when he was here.
Yeah, he was a good ice hog and then a decent Blackhawk when he was up here. Colorado.
What'd they do?
Signed former Blackhawk Dylan Secura.
Right.
To a 1-year deal worth $800,000.
Is he an NHLer or is he going to be buried in the AHL?
I don't know. He got some games last year with Vegas.
Right.
And I want to say he scored a couple goals even.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was one of them that you were like, he's never going to score.
And then
he did it.
He does that. He tends to do that whenever I say he's not going to score, then he does.
You're like 3 for 3.
I know. It's weird. I don't know what kind of connection me and D-Sicky have, but it runs deep.
It does. You got a soul connection there.
Apparently. And every time I say he's not going to score, he's like, fuck you, I'm going to score. Okay. That's fine. It was great when it was for my team.
Right.
No, Colorado. I don't know.
Because I don't really see him as an NHLer. I liked him here in Rockford, but, he didn't impress me as a Blackhawk. So.
Me either. He also couldn't score. But then he finally scored with Vegas.
Yeah.
So maybe he's just going to get that scoring touch back.
Maybe.
But Colorado has so many players.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's an injury guy. He's the first call up when somebody gets injured.
Right. Ugh.
But I can't see him being a full-time NHLer.
No.
But there are always those guys randomly every season. You're like, where the fuck did they come from?
And then
they're just
really
great
good.
all of a sudden.
Yeah.
like an awesome fourth line player. Like, what the fuck? So maybe he'll be one of those.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I see him really in a fourth line role. Because he's not bad defensively, but that's not his game,
Right.
really. Unless Vegas formulated him to be that.
That's always possible. Trying to put somebody in a mold that they don't fit.
Because I didn't pay attention to Henderson last year, so I don't really know. I don't know.
Huh.
We shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see.
We shall.
Who else got signed? Let's see here.
Tony.
I'm looking. Oh, Colorado.
Oh, again?
Again. Signed longtime Detroit Red Wing, Darren Helm, to a 1-year deal worth $1 million.
I'm not super familiar with him.
He's a center. He used to be very speedy. I don't know if he still got the feet. I mean...
You said this was Colorado again?
Yes, Colorado. In other news, Zach Werenski signed an extension with the Columbus Blue Jackets. 6 years, $9.58333 million.
That's so much money.
So it's like he saw Seth Jones's contract and was like, cool, but give me more.
Right.
Because Seth is 9.5.
Yeah.
And Zach is 9.58333.
You can't forget that part.
No, very important. So weird. So I guess they traded Seth Jones to us so they could give Werenski that massive extension.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there's that. Who else signed? Are you having an issue?
Yeah, because I don't want to put it like in front of the From Center Ice thing.
Oh, I mean, put it wherever you want to put it.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
The Colorado Avalanche re-signed Tyson Jost. 2 years, $2 million per year.
Okay.
The Nashville Predators re-signed Tanner Jeannot. 2 years, $800,000 per year. Toronto signed Andre Kasha to a 1-year deal worth $1.25 million.
Did they trade away Mikheyev or did I dream that?
I'm pretty sure you dreamt that.
Okay, good. Good, because I would like him to stay in Toronto.
Maybe?
Hey.
No, yeah, there he is.
Okay, I got scared for
I
a
didn't
second.
see him at first. I was like, wait a second, when did this happen? I don't recall this happening.
Just a dream. I have strange dreams, all right?
It's fine, so
The
do
most
I.
random shit.
So do I. The Detroit Red Wings re-signed Tyler Bertuzzi to a 2-year deal worth $4.75 million per year.
Okay. You said 2 years?
Yes. And it was rumored that Toronto had interest in him, and I really wanted him to go to the Leafs. That would have been real nice. He's a player that could really fit on that team that they could use, especially with Zach Hyman gone.
Oh, yeah.
But alas.
Where did Hyman go?
Edmonton?
Right.
A big old contract.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh, Oilers, man. What are you doing?
Derek Stepan, formerly of the New York Rangers, signed with Carolina. 1 year, $1.35 million.
Okay.
The Montreal Canadiens re-signed Arturi Lehkonen to a 1-year deal worth $2.3 million.
Right.
The Toronto Maple Leafs signed Nick Ritchie to a 2-year deal worth $2.5 million per year.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that both him and Andre Kasha played for Boston last year. And they're both players that were really highly touted for a while, but then at least Nick Ritchie had injury problems. I don't recall if Kasha did as well or if he just kind of had a dip in his play.
Right.
But if they can get back to form with Toronto, those are going to be really solid signings for the Leafs.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll just have to wait and see what they look like this year. The Florida Panthers re-signed goaltender Samuel Montembeault to a 1-year deal worth $750,000.
Okay.
So their third goalie.
Right,
now that Chris Drieger's gone.
Yeah.
And they still got Bob.
Oh,
Got Bob.
Oh, Bob. You poor thing.
I just really don't know how that's going to play out, especially with Spencer Knight coming in, because you got to imagine that Spencer Knight's going to take over the starting role.
Well, yeah, if Bob continues to be as bad as he has been.
Yeah. Connor Carrick signed with the Seattle Kraken, apparently. 1-year deal worth $800,000.
Okay. Do you know who Seattle's AHL team is going to be?
It's going to be in Palm Springs.
Right, yeah.
But I feel like that's next season.
So they just don't have an AHL team this year? Or is it going to be like a Chicago deal where you got half of your players from one team? And
it might be that. Other? I don't recall what they're doing, but I'm pretty sure Palm Springs will be next season. But I could be wrong about that.
I believe you.
I don't. So I'm glad you do. Aiden Hill signed with San Jose Sharks after he was traded there.
I liked watching him play when he was in the AHL.
Well, now
played
he's
against us.
Going to be with San Jose.
He had fancy hair.
He did. And I have to assume he's going to be in the NHL because he signed a 2-year deal worth $2.175 million per season.
That sounds like an NHL deal.
All right, then. Is he San Jose? Who do you have? Because they bought out Martin Jones, who went to Philly.
Right.
Oh, right. James Reimer.
Oh.
I totally forgot that happened.
There's just so many things that have been happening.
I know. So James Reimer and Aiden Hill. Oh.
Interesting.
How do you not like that goalie tandem?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, me too.
You said San Jose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not really a San Jose fan, but they have nice colors.
I don't hate them, yeah.
Yeah, but now they have the whole Evander Kane thing.
I can root against him and before the rest of the team.
He has 4 years left on his deal at $7 million.
How do you gamble all that away?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
That'll be interesting to see what they have to do with him.
So much money.
Like, do they just keep him around and hope for the best? I can't imagine somebody would want to trade for that right now, although this is the NHL, and they do questionable things all the time.
On the regular, yeah.
All the time. And if you were to buy him out, that would be... It would have to be a mutual termination, I guess. Or he's just going to play for the Sharks. Or somebody trades for him.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting to see how that turns out.
That's a big deal either way.
Yeah, it really is. They could send him back to Buffalo for Jack Eichel.
Oh my God.
Who says no? Buffalo's
that could
desperate.
actually work.
They save money.
Right.
There it is, y'all.
That's the one.
Jack Eichel for Evander Kane.
Predicting it now.
Oh no! What if that actually happened? Oh, Buffalo.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, Buffalo.
Like I would act surprised at first. Like, oh my God, they really did it.
I feel like it would be shocking that it actually happened.
Yes,
but it wouldn't be surprising.
The actual thing would not be surprising. Yeah.
It just kind of makes sense. Anyway, who else signed deals?
Who else we got?
Today, the New Jersey Devils extended Yegor Sharangovich to a 2-year deal worth $2 million per season.
All right.
And they also signed Thomas Tatar.
I saw that right before I got here.
$4.5 million. Yeah.
Huh.
That's
a thing.
Intrigued.
You said Jersey?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm so intrigued with this guy because he didn't really play in the playoffs for Vegas. And then he went to Montreal, and he was healthy scratched for most of the playoffs there as well. But he was part of one of the best lines in the regular season for Montreal. Yeah. And he's a goal scorer, which Montreal really needed.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with him?
Speculation.
I'm just so confused.
What could the problem be?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Me either.
I can't even speculate anything.
So now New Jersey has to make it to the playoffs.
They must.
And then we have to see if Tatar is healthy scratched or not. Because if it's 3 for 3, I don't think he gets another contract once this 2 years is up.
Nope.
It's just so weird to me.
Very odd.
So those are some of the big signings that have happened. So now we're going to go to Toronto.
Okay.
Where do you think they end up this year? So the divisions are back to normal. They are back in the Atlantic Division instead of the North Division with all Canadian teams. They have Boston, Buffalo, Detroit, Florida, Montreal, Ottawa, Tampa Bay, and Toronto.
You gotta think they make it past the second round, right?
Do they make the playoffs?
They have to. Buffalo, Detroit, Florida. Well, Florida got good. Florida got good.
So you have to assume...
The Senators, I just always forget they exist.
Me too, but they started playing better at the end of the year. And if the season was longer, they probably would have made the playoffs.
True.
So do they come out to start this season like where they left off? Or is it like restart and they're back to being shitty and then they have to work up to it again? Because the other teams in the division you have to assume make it are Boston, Tampa Bay, Florida.
Right.
The rest of them are big question marks, and I don't necessarily want to say Toronto's a question mark.
Right.
But they haven't really made a whole lot of changes.
Have they? Have they not? They still have Mikheyev.
They do still have Mikheyev. They do. So let's see here. Who all have they signed? I'm not going to go with the minor league guys. They have David Camp.
Right.
Peter Mrazek.
Yep.
So they have Campbell and Mrazek in net, which I have to assume is an upgrade over what they had last year since Freddie couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah, no.
Andre Kasha, Nick Ritchie, and that's about it. So their lineup, in goal, again, Mrazek, Jack Campbell.
Right.
Joshua Hosang is going to join them on a professional tryout, so whether he gets a contract or not, we'll have to wait and see. On defense, they have Jake Muzzin, Morgan Riley, TJ Brody, Justin Hall, Travis Dermott, Rasmus Sandin. So basically the same defense they had last year, except minus Bogosian.
Right.
Who re-signed with Tampa?
Yes.
I want to say.
Sounds right.
It does. I don't know if it is, but it sounds right. We're just going to go with it.
Yep.
Re-signed with Tampa. Up front, for forwards, they have the big guys, Austin Matthews, John Tavares, Mitch Marner, William Nylander. They have Alexander Kerfoot, since he didn't get taken by Seattle, Nick Ritchie, Ilya Mikheyev, David Camp, Andre Kasha, Pierre Engvall, Michael Bunting, Wayne Simmons, Jason Spezza, Curtis Gabriel, Adam Brooks. So their roster
paper, this team is a killer.
It's basically the same team with just a few.
They have to make it happen. They have to. Marner gotta score some goals.
They were first in the North last year.
Austin gotta look like he cares.
Yeah, he won the Rocket Richard last year. Scored the most goals in the league.
That's insane to me.
And then scored one.
Yeah.
In the playoffs. So it's basically the same team. A couple of guys moved around here and there. But basically the same team. No Joe Thornton.
Did he sign somewhere? Or?
I don't think so. No, he's still floating out there. So where do they end up?
I think they make the playoffs.
They make the playoffs. All right. And then what?
The second round is always what kills them, isn't it?
Are they going to play Boston again?
Oh, God.
Are they going to play Montreal again?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, so many things could happen.
So many of the things.
They could just play Tampa right out of the gate.
Oh, Jesus, no.
That would be interesting.
So much blue.
So much blue.
What do you think they do?
Gosh. Toronto. I think they'll make the playoffs. The team's too good to not make the playoffs.
I agree. You've got huge contracts.
They better fucking make the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
If they don't make the playoffs, I don't think anybody's going to have a job any longer. Kyle Dubas will be gone. Sheldon Keefe will be gone. All of the assistants will be gone.
Just gone.
They're just going to clean house. I mean, it depends on who they play in the first round, right?
Yeah, always.
Because I think anybody is probably beatable except maybe Tampa for Toronto. I don't necessarily think Tampa will win again.
Right.
But
they're still a very good team.
Jeez, yeah. That would be the toughest task, but Toronto lost to Columbus last year in the bubble.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
In the play-in rounds. Yeah. They didn't even make it to the playoffs.
Oh, that hurts.
And then they lost to Montreal this past season, who nobody had even winning a game.
And somehow they made it to the finals.
Yeah. Yeah. Still don't know how that happened.
Nope. Man.
Basically on the back of Carey Price, really.
Well, yes.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's so hard.
It feels like they should be going so much further than they do.
Mm-hmm. What is your gut feeling? Because you were right about Tampa Bay. You were right about Vegas not winning.
It didn't feel right.
Mm-hmm. And it wasn't. Because Montreal beat them in 6. It didn't even go to 7.
Yeah. You're right. It depends on who they play in the first round. Because Boston is like their can't beat them.
Yeah, it's like their kryptonite.
Nightmare.
Did they finally slay the dragon? I mean, David Krejci retired.
Let's fucking go. They're going to beat Boston.
Okay.
I'm going
Boston
all
with
for
Taylor
it.
Hall.
I'm all in.
They're going to beat Boston in the first round?
Yep.
You don't sound very confident anymore.
I'm all
you
in.
were just all in.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, they're going to do it.
Yeah, sure. I'm so confident in this. It's just so hard for me to picture them getting out of the first round.
Yes.
No matter who they play, because all I think of is Toronto in the playoffs, and then I see their sad, dejected faces when they lose.
Yeah. That's been the trend, huh?
Because they just cannot get over that hump. But what if it's the first year without Freddie, and they get past the first round?
No. Where did Freddie go?
Carolina.
Oh.
Because they traded away Nedeljkovic.
Right.
And signed Antti Ranta and
Why the
Freddie.
Fuck? Why did they do
2 very injured goaltenders who are older than Alex Nedeljkovic. But anyway.
Anyway. Yeah.
I'm just not confident in them.
Well,
because
no,
they
it's very hard to be. Yeah.
Any reason to be confident in them. I don't know. Maybe they're just going to be like Tampa for of a few years where they're just the best regular season team and just can't get there. Can't get there.
There's been plenty of the can't get there. It is time to get there.
There's been a lot of the can't get there.
It is time to get there.
But I mean, it took Ovi a while to win with Washington. It took Tampa Bay a while to get there.
It did.
But there's no reason this team can't get there.
No, you look at their roster and it's like, yeah, obviously it's a good team.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just choke and die.
In the most creative ways.
Oh, so creative.
They always find a new way to do it.
It hurts every time. Even more every time. What is the limit for the hurt when it comes to Toronto? The limit does not exist.
When it comes to the pain that the Toronto Maple Leafs cause, the limit does not exist.
It's true. It's so true. And it's time for it to be not true.
I know, right?
It's time to find the limit.
But alas, it is still there. It is still there.
The limit needs to exist.
It does. Oh, Toronto. Do you want to hop on down to Illinois?
Oh, boy.
Alex Brinkett got married recently.
He did.
There were a lot of Blackhawks there. Jonathan Toews
looked slammed.
Yes, he did.
He looked very, very drunk. But he looked good. Like, he didn't look sick.
No.
Which I don't know how his illness presents, but...
Mm-hmm. And then he was at Lollapalooza.
Also that, probably a bad choice. I mean, it's a bad choice for anyone, but probably a bad choice if you have an immune disorder.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
That was
questionable.
questionable.
What you doing?
But he's in Chicago.
Yeah,
we got proof of life.
We do.
They all looked pretty slammed.
Oh, yeah. Could you?
Just sticking his head in there. I miss him. Did you see them all singing Stacy's mom?
I did. I saw you retweeted that. That was interesting. All right.
Because they weren't really singing the song. They were just
saying
repeating
Stacy's
it over and
mom
over
has
again.
got it going on.
Over and over. Like, guys, do you
There's
not
more
have
to the song.
a karaoke screen in front of you? Like, what are you doing?
Do you need the lyrics for this song?
Apparently. So, in other news, let me exit out of...
still in Illinois?
Oh, yeah. We're still in Illinois.
Oh,
now
no.
we've firmly rested upon our teams here.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
Yeah, we're here. So, Danny Wirtz, the Blackhawks CEO, said that they will indeed share the results of the investigation.
Okay.
They will make them public.
Okay, good.
Yes, this was tweeted out by Mark Lazarus. In an internal memo, Blackhawks CEO Danny Wirtz says the Blackhawks will share the results of the Jenner and Block internal review with you, our partners, and our fans, and will promptly implement changes to address the findings and shortcomings of our organization. Then Laz says, in other words, the Blackhawks appear to be pledging to make the findings of the Jenner and Block investigation public. Another quote from Danny Wirtz, I can assure you that we are using this process to engage in the self-reflection necessary to better our organization and ensure that our workplace is safe and inclusive, and while we await the results, we will continue a process of self-evaluation.
Okay.
How much do you need to evaluate yourselves?
Right.
And what could you possibly be evaluating? Like, there's only 2 people left in the front office. There's only 2 players left. What are you really evaluating? Unless there's things that have happened afterwards that we still don't know about.
I mean, I guess.
Which is very possible.
I don't want any more.
Right. Me either. I cannot take any more. But they're going to make them public. But how public, we don't really know. Is it going to be like a summary? Are they going to post like the whole...
We found him not guilty.
Jesus. Fuck. I'm not ready for that.
No.
But, like, I kind of want it to be over because the more it gets drawn out, the less likely people are going to keep talking about it.
Oh, for sure.
And it would be really nice if we could have some sort of resolution before the season.
Right.
But I don't really see that happening because everything always takes forever.
Of course. You listened to the SDP.
I did.
With,
they had
Mr.
Rick Westhead on there. Yeah.
I didn't listen to it, but I read the transcript.
Okay.
Wow, is all I can really say about that.
Yeah.
Like, that was heavy.
It was.
He knew a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important. So
it is. It's a good episode. So
shout out to the Steve Dangle podcast. Go listen to that episode. Yeah, go
listen to that episode. It was from yesterday, August 4th. Is when they put that up. So go listen to that. It was rough to listen to, but it was an important episode. And
absolutely.
There weren't really too many things that we didn't already know, but just like hearing them all again and like all in the same thing.
Yeah. That was a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, heavy trigger warning for sexual assault.
Yes, definitely. I just want to know how long this fucking investigation is going to take.
Yeah. But, like, he also said that Bowman was there at that meeting. And so was...
Almec Isaac.
Yeah.
And those are the 2 that are still left. As far as I know. Yeah.
Like, guaranteed they knew. So, like... Why does Bowman still have a job?
That I cannot give you an answer to because I really don't know. It's really frustrating that he does.
Incredibly.
I don't get it.
Nope.
Because nobody would be mad at the Hawks if he were to be fired.
Well, don't say nobody.
Well, plenty of people would, but nobody that matters would.
Correct.
And, like... People have been calling for Bowman's head for the longest time before any of this came out. But now all of a sudden they're like, wait to hear all the facts before you talk bad about this guy.
Oh, shut up.
Even though we've been wanting him fired since the beginning of time. But now we have to wait because he might be innocent of something.
But, like, he's not.
Right.
He's not, though. We know that.
Right.
So, hello?
Yeah. I don't know. So they're going to make it public whenever they have some sort of resolution. I can't imagine that anything that is made public will make the team look very bad.
Right.
Otherwise, I don't think that they would pledge that this early if they knew that something was going to be terrible.
Right.
Which almost makes it worse. But also at the same time, they can't not make it public because all of this revolves around a cover-up.
Yeah.
And so if they were to hide the results, it's like they could cover it up even more.
No more covering up. Shitty people need to go.
Yeah. So that was the latest news on that. And I think that's been the only real update since we talked about it last, if I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust them.
Oh, of course not.
But Marc-Andre Fleury is
my God.
playing for the Blackhawks this year.
What is life?
I don't know.
Is this real? Are we real? Does anything exist?
I don't know. I think so, but I am not sure.
I can't wrap my mind. Like, I keep forgetting about it, and then I hear about it, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's real. And then, and then I forget about it again, and then I'm like, oh my God, he's our goalie. Like,
Marc-Andre Fleury, who we got for Michael Hakkarainen, sort of,
because he's still gonna play for us.
Yeah. So we got him for nothing.
Right.
He's our goaltender.
Yeah.
So our goaltending tandem is Marc-Andre Fleury and Kevin Lankinen. Right.
Do we still have Subban?
Yes. And Colin.
And Colin, of course.
It's very strange.
Was Colin on the taxi squad, or were they just not playing?
Yes.
He was on the taxi squad. So, like...
No.
They can't send him down?
No, he wasn't on the taxi squad.
So they were just benching him as the third goalie?
Was he on the taxi squad?
I'm not sure. When I hear taxi squad, all I can think of is Peary.
I know, right?
He lived there.
No, I don't think he was, because I think teams had to carry...
3 goalies?
3 goalies. But when he was sent down to Rockford, what's-his-face was on the taxi squad. What was his name? Tompkins.
Yeah, right.
He's gone now. It doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Either way, they just weren't playing.
Right, and they can't send him down without putting him through waivers, right?
Maybe. I don't know if it's different at the beginning of the season, but I feel like that is correct.
Oh, like before everything starts?
Yeah. Huh. I feel like that is correct, though, that they can't send him to Rockford without waivers.
Yeah. Do you think anybody would pick him?
I feel like we have to get to that point to see what's happening in the league, because
there's still many things going on.
Yeah, and with the taxi squad last year, whenever goalies went through waivers, they got claimed. Yeah, it was very strange.
Everybody was getting picked off.
Especially Anton Forsberg, who just got picked by every team in the league pretty much because he kept going on waivers. And teams were like, yep, I will take him and not play him. And then I will put him on waivers. And then another team's like, yep, I will take him.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Oh, my God.
Oh,
he went around everywhere.
He did.
Yeah, so they have to figure out Subban and Delia.
Right. They're not sending Subban down.
So they're going to run 3 again? And Subban can play with his former partner in Fleury again?
Can you see Colin playing in Rockford, though?
I mean, it'd be nice.
It would be very nice, but I'm saying, like...
Have him and, why am I blanking on his name? Oh, dear. Why? Kale Morris.
Oh, dear. I wasn't sure which one you were thinking about.
That one.
Yeah, Kale Morris.
But we also have the Swedish goaltender. So we are still hoarding goalies. We made our goalie hoard worse by adding another one.
Fleury.
Marc-Andre Fleury, the reigning Vezina Trophy winner. It
doesn't sound right.
Me either, but all of a sudden I'm very happy about it.
Oh, for sure. It's an exciting deal.
Because before it happened, when it was just rumored, both of us were like, why do they want to do that?
Here?
We already have so many fucking goalies, and now you're going to add another one?
There's just so many questions, but then they did it.
Then they did it, and then it was like, oh, well, he's going to retire.
How did Vegas just let him go like that? Are they just going to run with Leonard?
Yeah, Leonard and Brossois.
Brossois?
Yeah.
Why would they let a Vezina?
They needed the cap space. I mean, $7 million is a
That's
lot
a
of
lot of
money.
money. It is. But like,
But also,
it's Marc-Andre Fleury. Like,
yeah.
and why would he choose to come here?
I mean, he didn't really.
Well, he didn't, but
It wasn't his choice.
he said he's in.
He agreed to it.
He said he's in.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's just going to retire on us.
Right. I don't.
I saw him put on his jersey in the locker room.
It looked so weird.
And I'm like,
He also looked very uncomfortable.
well, that he did
in those
yes.
photos. I was like, oh, why are these?
Did you see the
ones?
video though?
Yeah,
Of him actually putting on the jersey?
I did.
It
was better, but the photos he looked very uncomfortable.
Oh yes. Is that just his face though?
No,
because he's a smiley guy.
yeah.
I
He
don't-
looked like, please don't take this photo. I don't like this.
I don't know. It doesn't look real. Even
It really
with-
doesn't. It looks
with
photoshopped.
CGI. Come on. Like, I don't know. I can't wrap my mind around. Like, it's not been accepted in my head that he's a goalie for Chicago now.
No. I really want to see what his pads are going to look like, though. 'Cause He always has
Yeah.
fancy pads.
Ooh, new goalie pads.
Yes,
I like that.
me too. Like, is he going to go all red?
Well, Gwenville's not there anymore, so
Yeah, made Colin get rid of his all red pads.
I loved his red pads.
They were so nice.
And we asked him about it, and he said Quenneville didn't like the red pads because they made him look small.
Yep,
I disagree.
me too.
I liked them very much.
I think Q was wrong.
He was wrong.
So we found out how Fleury actually found out about the trade.
Didn't he find out on Twitter?
Yeah,
Okay.
but
I don't know the details.
his agent called him and said that everybody on Twitter was saying it was confirmed that he was traded.
So his agent didn't know?
I guess.
Isn't, like, that the one that's supposed to be involved in the...
Yeah.
Because they have to, like, agree to...
Yeah.
They're the ones doing the deals, right?
He said it was all over Twitter that he was traded. So then he called Fleury and said, "You're going to Chicago, buddy."
What?
Everything.
Nothing about this is real.
No. The way that Vegas handled this just blows my mind. Like, the face of your franchise.
Yeah.
A guy who loves playing for you.
Yeah.
And you're just like, nah, fuck you, buddy.
Nah.
You make too much money and we don't care anymore, so we're just going to trade you for nothing.
See, I would have expected them to trade back for Leonard. Like that would
Chicago?
have, yes, that would have made sense just in Chicago fashion.
True.
But Fleury.
Fleury. We have Marc-Andre Fleury.
Like, I'm very happy about this.
I'm very excited to see him play.
Yes.
And I don't want to be excited about this team.
Not at all.
But now I am.
Right.
So, like, what they did worked, and I'm kind of mad about it.
It's so complicated right now.
Yeah. So this is a tweet from Mark Lazarus.
Okay.
Said Marc-Andre Fleury said he talked to Cam Ward, Chris Kunitz, and Craig Adams about the Blackhawks, as well as talking with Robin Lehner when he first arrived. I keep hearing so many great things about the team and how they treat the players and the families.
Oh, boy. Maybe now? Maybe?
Yeah.
But, like, that's a weird thing to say in this climate.
That was quite the quote to come out
Yeah.
yesterday,
Oof.
August 4th. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so he talked to former players from the
Cam
team.
Ward.
Cameron
Kenneth Ward.
And Robin Lehner, interestingly enough.
Yeah.
Even though the team kind of screwed him over
They
too.
sure did.
It's very interesting.
Everything is just weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what to say past that.
So, with the additions that the Blackhawks have made so far this offseason, where do you think they end up in the Central? Because now we're back to the original Central Division. Plus Arizona. So it's Arizona, Chicago, Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, Nashville, St. Louis, and Winnipeg.
Oh, I hate this.
Mm-hmm. Arizona is obviously going to be garbage because we can't figure out what the fuck they're doing.
They're just taking everybody's bad
Yeah,
contract.
they're just taking on like garbage heap after garbage heap and getting draft picks at the same time.
Yeah.
Colorado lost Grubauer, but they have
did.
Kemper.
Uh-huh.
And they still have
Where did Drew go?
Seattle.
Seattle, duh.
And they still have that whole forward group except Brandon Saad now. Dallas, I don't really know what Dallas is doing either, to be fair. They have an aging core, but they also have some young defensemen and some young forwards. So it could really go either way with Dallas.
Could.
Nashville, kind of a garbage heap, but they squeaked into the playoffs because of UC Saros.
Right.
But Pecorine retired. And they haven't really done anything good this offseason. They traded away some of their good players to, like, kind of start a rebuild, but they can't really rebuild because they have bad contracts.
That's the thing about Chicago. He said, like, what, 2 years ago that we're in a rebuild?
Last offseason.
Fuck!
Less than a year ago.
Oh, my God. You're not rebuilding.
And then said, never mind, because we got Seth Jones.
Oh, my God.
Never mind that rebuild that we said that we were in and committed to.
Rebuild no longer.
Rebuild no longer. There's no more of that. We need to distract you from everything that is going on, so we're going to try. Minnesota is Minnesota. They got rid of Suter and Parise.
Right.
But
yeah, they did.
If Kirill Kaprizov does end up resigning and coming back instead of just fucking off to Russia, then they still have him, which is going to be very annoying to play in our division now since they were in the West last season. Right. St. Louis. St. Louis. I don't really know what St. Louis is going to be like, honestly.
I don't either, but, like, gut says they're going to be kind of good. And I hate that. I hate that much.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't actually know what their roster looks like right now, other than they have Brandon Saad and Bennington.
Right.
Because they lost Vince Dunn to Seattle. So up front, they have Ryan O'Reilly, Vladimir Tarasenko, but he asked for a trade, so who knows. Braden Shen, Pavel Buchnevich. Oh, right, they got him from New York. Brandon Saad, David Perron, Jordan Kyrou, Oscar Sundquist, Ivan Barbashev, Zach Sanford, Kyle Clifford, Mackenzie McEachern, and Robert Thomas is an RFA. On defense, they have Justin Falk, Torrey Krug, Colton Parayko, Marco Scandella, Robert Bertuzzo, Nico Mikola, Steven Santini, Jake Wallman, and in net they have Jordan Bennington and Ville Husso. Like, they shouldn't be bad.
They shouldn't.
On paper, they look like they should be decent.
Right.
They were very bad in the playoffs last year. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything, because Toronto's always fucking bad in the playoffs, and then they're great in the regular season.
So.
And then there's Winnipeg, and they're basically just Connor Hellebuck and his crew of strange men.
Strange men.
Who got swept by Montreal after sweeping the Edmonton Oilers.
Life is weird, man.
That North Division was something else. I wish that it was returning.
Same.
Because it was so interesting.
It was very interesting.
Where did Chicago end up?
They have to do well, right?
They made improvements.
Have to.
So let's see. Who did they add? They added Tyler Johnson.
Yeah, of course they did.
Yeah. Henrik Bjorkstrom should be coming over to play. Jujar Kara.
Who?
Jujar Kara.
Oh, yeah.
Seth Jones. Jake McCake.
8 years?
8 years. Well, technically 9 years, because he's still got to play that last year.
9 years?
Yeah.
9.5!
Mm-hmm. Jake McCabe, Connor Murphy. No, he wasn't an addition. Now I'm just reading all of the defensemen. The additions: Seth Jones, Jake McCabe, Caleb Jones.
Right.
And the guys that they already had were Wyatt Kalnick, Riley Stillman, and Connor Murphy, and good old Calvin DeHaan. And the big old addition in net, Marc-Andre Fleury.
Oh my God.
Who could really just be the wild card all himself and drag this fucking team to the playoffs like Crawford did for so many years.
I mean, if you have an elite goaltender like that.
Right.
Yeah. You still got to score goals, but like with everything that you've added, you better score some goals.
Yeah. So they're basically going to be just like Winnipeg. They have the goaltender, and then his band of merry gentlemen in front of him. That doesn't really make sense, but...
They better not let Fleury down.
Dude, I still don't understand this defense core. I know we looked at it last time, and we were like, who's going to score points from the blue line? But I'm still thinking that way. Like, Seth Jones, Calvin DeHaan, Jake McCabe, Connor Murphy, Riley Stillman, Wyatt Kalnick will score points, and Caleb Jones.
I don't know.
Like, they'd have to bring up Mitchell and Beaudin to get some points, but then who are they taking out of the lineup? I mean, DeHaan, most likely, or not most likely, most preferred.
Yeah, we would prefer that.
It should have been most likely all last year, but it took him getting injured again for him to come out of the lineup.
Oh, God, now I'm just remembering Keith getting hit in the face.
By the official's knee?
Yeah.
Question.
What's up?
If Keith had never requested a trade,
Oh, jeez.
do they make the trade for Seth Jones?
No.
No?
No. Do you agree or disagree?
I want to agree. But the way this team has just gone like, let's do whatever the fuck. I don't really know. I want to believe that they wouldn't have.
Yeah.
So did him requesting that trade just set off this whole thing? And then they were like, oh no, what's happening?
Blow it all up.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah. That.
Do they make the playoffs?
Oh, I hate our division. They better.
Arizona, Chicago, Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, Nashville, St. Louis, Winnipeg.
Yes.
They do?
They have to.
Are they going to be a wild card or one of the top four?
Wild card.
Wild card.
Unless Marc-Andre Fleury drags them
all
the way to the top, which he very well could.
That's really the unknown here, right? It really is.
Man.
Because you just don't know how he's going to play.
No.
Because he had, obviously, he had a great year last year. He won the Vezina. But sometimes players have down years, and now he's with a new team and a very interesting defensive core who doesn't know how to play defense. No. If we go off of how they, quote-unquote, played defense last year.
Is that what you want to call it?
Technically.
It's always so crazy watching other teams and, like, seeing
how good they are compared to
defensive players. Yeah.
Or a power play that moves.
Well, also that. But I'm focused on the defense right now. Because, like,
yes.
Just watching our team, you don't see it. And I don't even want to say our team. Chicago. Watching Chicago, you haven't really seen defense.
No.
At all.
They run around like chickens with their heads cut off, really.
Yes.
It's
and then
confusing.
you see other teams, and you're like, wow, that's what defense looks like?
That's what defense looks like.
I would like to see that on our team.
Me as
Chicago.
well. Me as well. So, who is your third team?
My third team?
Or your second team, if Toronto is not your second team.
I mean, just by association, Toronto is my second team.
Okay. But who is your third team? Because you'd stated the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I said the Canes, but...
Before they went into free agency.
That was a different... No, things have changed.
Things have changed. Things have occurred there.
Things have occurred. In our division.
I know, it's hard to root for anybody else in the Central.
Yeah, but like Colorado, I do like them.
Mm-hmm. They can't get past the second round.
They can't.
So you got one that can't get past the first, one that can't get past the second, and one that might not even make the fucking playoffs.
Oh my God.
Thriving.
It's none of the East Coast teams. Well, maybe the Cat. No. I do like Washington, but
I
can't really. Yeah, I can't really call them my third team. I mean, I like Vegas, but like not enough to call them my third team.
I did like Vegas, and then they fell out of favor with me.
Yeah. Because the way they were playing in the playoffs was yucky.
And then the way they treated Fleury after that.
Also that. I'm very curious to see Seattle.
Me too.
I cannot wait to see this team on the ice.
Me too. Especially with the weird fucking moves they made in the expansion draft.
Right. So, like,
what are they going to look like? And will Grubauer be as good as he was in Colorado?
I hope so. I hope so.
I think I do. Like, I think I want Seattle to do well.
Uh-huh.
But also, I just like chaos. So I don't know. What if you get a Vegas and Seattle matchup in the playoffs? The two expansion teams. A Vegas without Marc-Andre Fleury.
Uh-huh.
They have Robin Lehner.
Robin Lehner, but I gotta say I would root for Seattle.
Seattle?
Yeah.
Not a bad choice.
I'm just very intrigued by this team, and I want to see what they put out there.
Yes. Me too. They also have very nice jerseys.
They do. They're beautiful. They look so clean.
I want to see them on the ice.
Oh, yes.
That'll be good.
Yeah, all I can really think, Colorado, which is also by association, but like they're also really good.
Still can't make it past the second round.
No, they can't, but they do very well.
And Nathan McKinnon is extremely against carbs.
Yo! That whole statement was just like, what the fuck?
I think Seattle is in consideration for mine.
Yeah.
Also the Devils.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I had committed to watching them last year once Corey signed with them.
Yeah.
But then he retired. But then I was like, I can't uncommit.
Right. I mean, you can.
I could, but it felt wrong.
I feel you.
And they were really fun to watch.
Yeah.
And they have Mackenzie Blackwood in net.
Right.
A young goalie who is up and coming, and that's always fun.
Uh-huh.
And then they signed Dougie Hamilton.
Right.
So they're also in consideration for my third team. I think it's going to end up being them or Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't commit to Seattle yet, but they intrigue me very much.
Me too.
I love expansion teams.
Me too.
Like, I just want to see what they do and how they do it.
It's not Columbus anymore because they shipped Seth Jones off to us.
Yeah.
And now I'm just kind of mad about it.
Right.
So they fell out of favor with me as well.
Yep.
I do want to see how Adam Boquist does with them, though.
Oh, for sure.
Intrigued. But also still mad about it.
Well, yes.
Like, I'm okay with giving him up, but just everything else that surrounded that deal I'm mad about.
Yep.
Like, the fucking extension is ridiculous.
Yes.
So just because of that, I'm so mad about it.
Yeah, so I think I have to go with Colorado.
Colorado?
Yeah.
All right.
And you're claiming Seattle as your third?
Or the Devils.
Or the Devils, right.
I don't know yet. We'll have to see what their actual team looks like once they hit the ice. Because they might make more trades. They might sign more free agents.
Because we unclaimed the Habs. We unclaimed Carolina.
Yes.
I really wanted to root for Carolina.
Yeah, well, too bad.
I did. I wanted to.
So did I. They were always very fun to root for.
But then they pull this bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be Colorado. I think.
Interesting. So then we moved to Rockford, and Ryan Stanton signed with the team.
Uh-huh.
He was with them from 2010 to 2013, and now he is back with them.
Why do they do this so much?
For whatever reason. He's 32 now.
Okay.
So it's like he's taking Cody Franzen's spot.
Is he the new daddy?
I guess. He is a defenseman. He's 6'2", so not as big.
Mm-hmm.
But he's 32. It's very strange. He played last year with the Bakersfield Condors.
Mm.
Scored 13 points, 1 goal, and 12 assists.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that name pop up on Twitter. Was it today? Was today Wednesday? No,
yesterday.
Yeah, I saw it pop up yesterday. I was like, I didn't even know he was still playing hockey.
Right?
Even though he was in the AHL last year and has been for the last a lot of years. It's a name I haven't thought about. And I was like, why?
Yeah. I feel so disconnected from the IceHogs.
Me too.
I cannot even fathom the team that it is.
No.
Like, what? Who?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a big old question mark when I think about the IceHogs.
pretty much. I don't know what the team's going to look like this year. I couldn't even take a guess. They were real bad last year.
The IceHogs?
Yeah, but then they started playing better as the season went on.
They did.
But they're still real bad. And they haven't really brought in anyone who would seemingly change that, because I don't think Ryan Stanton's just going to turn the team around and all of a sudden they're great. So I don't know. And all but 2 teams in each division are going to make the playoffs next year.
Yeah.
So if they don't, that's like even more embarrassing.
Yeah. Like there's only 2 teams in each division that's not going to make it. Please don't be the IceHogs.
But I can see it being the IceHogs.
Absolutely.
Because they were last in the division this past year.
Yeah.
And they haven't really gotten better.
Nope.
So, although we don't know what the goaltending's going to be.
We don't.
We know Kale's going to be there.
Yes.
Are we going to have Delia? Are we going to have the Swedish goaltender? I don't know. Are we going to have all 3? Who knows? Are we going to have Subban? I don't know.
They do like to keep a 3-goalie system.
Mm-hmm.
They've been doing that for at least like 4 years now.
Yeah, it's been a while. I don't know. I could see them missing the playoffs, and then it'll be real embarrassing.
Yeah.
But I guess we will just have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. So that's all of the room I have in my brain for hockey. What else have you been up to?
What have I been up to? I've actually been crocheting.
Yeah?
And I am enjoying it very much. I'm not working on the blanket that I should be working on, but I'm working on one.
Hey, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Because you weren't working on any of them
I wasn't.
before.
There was a long time where I was just sitting there like dissociating and just doing absolutely nothing with my time. But yeah, I've been watching YouTube. I've been thinking about listening to podcasts.
I mean, that's the first step, I guess. It's thinking about doing something.
It's on my mind. My mom and I are still watching Black Ink Crew.
Okay.
We're on like season 6 or 7 now. I really like Sky. She's hilarious.
Okay.
You have
this
no
means
idea.
nothing to me.
I know, but I very much
if
enjoy
anybody
her.
else out there watches Black Ink Crew, then there you go.
Yeah, I've just like been doing therapy and doctor's appointments and
super fun.
And yeah. What have you been doing?
Not a whole lot. I set up the whole new light.
Yeah.
The light things. I finally did that.
Yeah.
Took long enough.
Like 4 months.
It wasn't that long.
It
was close, but it wasn't that long. I went horseback riding on Monday.
I saw. How was that?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't get thrown
Did
off of
you
it.
go with us when we went up north?
I did not.
Oh, I thought you did.
Nope.
Okay.
I haven't been horseback riding in over 15 years.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I was in Girl Scouts.
One of my cousins that comes up north with us, she does like the whole competition with the horse thing.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember what it's called. Do you know what it's called?
I do not.
Horse competition. She does that with like the whole routine and all that. I don't know. So she wanted to go horseback riding real bad at this fun park.
Fun park, okay.
That's what Elmer's Fun Park. That's what it's called.
Sure.
Yeah, so I went with her and we rode horses on this big trail, and she's extremely experienced, obviously, but like the guide didn't know that she was very experienced, and so she kept trying to make it gallop. And you're not allowed to do that.
Oh, no.
It's a trot at max. But, yeah, for some reason I thought you were with us.
Nope.
Okay. Well,
no.
There's that.
My horse was named Cody.
Cody?
But it was a girl.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. She kept trying to stop and eat all the grass.
Yeah, they do that.
And it's very hard to get them to not because they have very strong necks.
You have to kick them, and I don't like to kick.
You do. It doesn't hurt them.
I know, but I want to be nice.
Yeah. You have to like pull their heads up.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to do that because they're very strong. And she was very determined to eat that grass. And I was like, we have to go. Grass. Yeah. Yeah. So that was interesting. But it was nice.
What was Kaylee's horse's name?
Buddy.
Buddy.
Yes. Buddy and Cody. And I don't know what the name of our guide's horse was. I don't recall.
I think my horse was named Mustard or some shit
Mustard?
Like that. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah. But before we went on the trail, the guide was like, Buddy and Cody are friends, but they're not best friends. So leave some space between them because they might get upset. I was like, what now?
Okay.
What does that mean?
I don't know. That's an odd statement.
Okay. Yeah. So I was in the back of the line and I just was like, all right, we're just going to give them plenty of room. So you're just going to eat your grass and we'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah. It was nice. It was a nice day. So
yeah,
it was very calm.
I went camper shopping with my dad last weekend.
Camper shopping?
Yeah, because our camper is like a 86. So like it's older than me, and the campground that we stay at, they store it there, and they told us when we went in May that they didn't trust the integrity of the bottom, the floor,
so it might
base.
just fall apart?
Yeah, because they have to tow it up a hill, like a pretty steep hill, and down a hill to get to our campsite. And they said they didn't trust it was doing a lot of wobbling, and it's not supposed to do that. So they said they won't move it for us anymore. So we kind of have to buy one by next year. So my dad and I went to like 4 different...
No pressure.
Yeah, right?
But by next
year, you need a new camper. Yeah, we went to like 4 different places locally. And
how was that?
It's so difficult.
Really?
Because I don't know if I'm just picky or what, but like my baseline is like it has to feel like it could be home, you know? Like I don't want...
Like not a hotel.
Right, exactly. And all of these newer campers are like super fucking fancy and like marble countertops and fucking...
Marble countertops?
You have no idea.
That's intense.
We're looking at new and used. I found a 2009 one that I really liked, but my dad was worried that it was too old and would have leaks like ours did.
Leaks?
Like, I don't know, like the roof.
The roof leaks?
Top. It could. It could.
Well, that would be bad.
Yes, it would. So I don't think he's a big fan of the 2009 one. He wants a downsize. We have a 27-foot right now.
He wants a smaller one?
Yeah, he wants somewhere from like a 21 to a 25. But we were looking at 21s, and he's like, this is too small.
Yeah.
So we've been trying to stick around the 25-foot. Our tastes don't exactly match, so it's kind of hard. But like, he does want my input. He's not just going to like get one that he loves and I don't like. Yeah, so because he said he's going to retire within the next 2 or 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Which, like, my mind, it makes me twitch a little bit. Like, I don't know. I'm like, whoa, I can't picture my dad not working. Like,
yeah.
I feel like he's going to get really bored.
Probably.
He was talking to the salespeople, and he was like, yeah, I'm probably going to retire within the next 2 or 3 years. I want something that I can, like, take with me. Like, go different places.
It's just going to be a nomad? Start
he's a
traveling around?
truck driver now.
Yeah.
Just go from truck driver to
traveling around with a camper?
Traveling with a camper, yeah. I don't know.
Why doesn't he just get an RV then?
He doesn't want one.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah. So we did that. Didn't find one, but we found a couple of possibilities. We're going to keep looking.
There you go.
I don't know. Yeah.
So I was listening to a podcast, I want to say yesterday.
Okay.
And they were talking about the days of early internet.
Oh, boy.
And, like, it made me start thinking about a lot of days of early internet. But also, like, how did people get news? Like, hockey news, specifically. Like, before Twitter and stuff.
Newspaper?
But, like, they wouldn't report on all of this shit that we see.
Right. Did they just not have,
they just
like,
don't know things about their team?
You just know if they win or lose. I don't know. I don't know how that would work.
Me either. So if you've been a fan since before social media, how did you find out news about your hockey?
Right, like in the 90s. Well, I mean, before the 90s.
A very long time before the 90s, really.
Yeah. Like 2005 and back. What did you, how'd you get it? What'd you hear?
Yeah. But also, like, the days of the early internet. What did you do?
What did I do? I liked Well, there was Neopets, of course.
There was. I didn't get into Neopets until college.
What?
Yes.
No way.
So between, I think it was my freshman year, so 2011.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was late.
Very late to the game.
Yeah. And very bored in college to
Yeah.
log into Neopets. And
Yeah.
play. But there's this
Yeah.
ice cream game.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, the ice cream game.
I
If
love
you
it
know,
so
you know.
much. If you know, you
It's
know.
hard.
It's very hard, but it's so much fun.
The ice cream attacks, man. Yeah.
There's AIM, of course.
Oh, gosh.
AOL Instant Messenger.
Coming up with away messages and picking your little AIM sound.
Yeah, I had AIM from like 4th grade on.
I want to say I
If
did
not
too.
earlier.
Maybe 5th.
4th or 5th? It was definitely 5th.
Definitely 5th.
Possibly 4th.
Maybe 4th, but like I didn't talk to friends. Like I just had it and did other things. But like definitely 5th grade.
Okay, so I was in gifted when I was in elementary and middle school.
Mm-hmm.
And so like all of our, we were always with the same people,
Mm-hmm.
like from 1st grade to 5th grade and on. So like we were a pretty tight-knit group. I mean, yeah, so talked to classmates and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I went to a private school and the class sizes were like 20-something kids. So it was like the same thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember like passing notes with like
Oh my gosh,
AIM.
passing notes. Oh, that's a throwback.
I think that should be a thing still.
Passing notes?
Yes.
When would you do it?
Well, I mean, like for kids now.
You just drive by someone's house and throw a note out the window? What the fuck? When are you going to be passing notes?
No, I could pass you a note, I guess.
I
but
guess, or you could just say it.
Yeah, that's also a thing. I mean, like children in
We'll just start
school.
passing notes while we're podcasting. And only the people who are watching would know it.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, so
Message boards.
message board, Yahoo message boards.
Chat rooms.
Chat rooms. Holy shit, do those still exist?
Not like they did, at
Right.
least. I had no
Wow,
business
there was-
being in those chat rooms
no.
at like
No.
12.
If not earlier.
Yeah.
I
11. Always saying that you're over 13.
Oh, for sure. I did some very questionable things on those message boards
it's
and
like
chat rooms.
no matter who you were always like a 13 or 16-year-old female. Like,
Yeah.
whether you were from 8 to 11 years old and actually female, or if you
Yeah.
were like 60 to whatever
Yeah.
male, you're like 13 or 16-year-old female.
Yeah.
No big deal.
I also... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go.
Oh, and that was the days before like the good webcams.
Oh, yeah.
And so then people would ask you to get on webcam. You're like, sorry, it's broken.
It's broken.
It doesn't work.
Oh, man.
Like you could... it was such a messy time.
It was. Extremely.
Like people just did things.
Yeah.
And you could do whatever the fuck you wanted.
With no hesitation.
And like you still can,
But,
but it seems more... I don't know. Maybe it's because it's not as new.
yeah.
So it's not as many people like
scandalous.
doing all these strange
Right.
things. It's just the people who are like specifically on the internet to do strange things.
Yeah.
But when it was new, you're like, let me do all of the things. What are all
Everything
these new
right
things?
now.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I was also on girl.com a lot.
What's that?
It was like a preteen website for girls, and it had like a message board
Okay.
where you could talk about girl things.
All right. Yeah, I remember like before AIM was a thing, I would be emailing.
gosh.
I would be emailing my friends.
people.
Yeah, like
I
full
do remember
conversations
that.
through email.
Wow. Now I don't check my email. I'm like, oh no, it's really piling up in there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to check that because there's something I missed and I don't want to
Yeah.
know about it.
Yeah.
Man, emailing people to have a
Emailing
conversation.
people, like it was like
Whoa.
instant messaging, but not as instant.
Yeah.
And like emails weren't instant. Like it would take a couple minutes to go through.
Yeah.
Dial up.
Oh, that
Dial-up.
dial-up noise. You can't get that out of your
Haunts
head.
my nightmares.
Yeah, nobody can be
Nobody
on the
could
phone
be on the phone. Yes, the phone and the internet were a thing connected.
until like after a few years. Then you could have like separate outlets, so like you could plug in the internet into one, but the phone would still work, or you could have two separate lines.
Right.
So you could have one
I
for the
had my
internet.
own phone line in like
Really?
5th grade. Yeah.
I never had my own
grade?
phone line.
Yeah, I think it was 5th grade. I had my own phone number. It didn't last very long, like 2 years maybe. And then cell phones came around. So, yeah. Oh, there was this game on my computer as a kid that I would play with my parents. It was called Chips Challenge.
Chips Challenge.
Dude, this game was so addictive.
What was it?
It was like this little guy. And you had to like, I think, collect like different elements.
Like wind, air, fire?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
And like there were things on the ground that move. Wind and air is the same thing, yes. There were like things on the like arrows that would push you like each way or whatever. I don't know. It was just very, very fun, and you had to like not get caught by things. It was.
Remember mini clips?
Mini clips.
It was like a bunch of games and stuff. There's a game called Bubble Trouble that I used to play all the time. Okay. You'd, like pop up bubbles in the air and like run away from them. Huh. And sometimes your computer would freeze and then you'd get hit by a bubble and die.
Oh no.
Yeah. And then there were the block games where you collapse all the blocks. I think one of them was even called Collapse or something.
Probably.
There were just all sorts of games.
I remember Pogo.
Oh my gosh, Pogo. Pogo. That was another
also
one.
Lots of games with some questionable chat rooms.
Yes. I had a Pogo boyfriend.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh. I was definitely not 13 yet when that was a thing.
I used to go on this website that was like a doll that you would decorate. Like you would like put the different jeans on and like all the sparkly effects. And yeah, I played that one a lot. It wasn't a game. It was just
you just decorate
a doll. Yeah, you just create different outfits. I don't know.
Remember Club Penguin?
Club Penguin. Oh my God, yes.
You could talk to people in there too.
You could.
And then it got shut down.
Did it?
Yeah. People probably got too scandalous in Club Penguin and it had to get shut down. I feel like that was the whole story of early internet.
Oh, definitely.
People being scandalous.
Yes. Gaia Online? Were you on that one?
I was never on there.
Oh, I liked that one.
A lot of people I knew were on there.
There were a lot of like role-playing chat rooms in there. Like not dirty.
Yeah.
Just like regular role-playing. And
like I'm this character from this.
Right, yeah. And I actually really liked doing that. Like I was more of a writer back then. So like I would write stories and stuff. So it was interesting to be able to like interact with other people and like create a story. You know? It was interesting. They could get scandalous very easily.
Oh, yeah.
But they weren't exclusively scandalous.
It was LiveJournal.
LiveJournal. Oh, LiveJournal. Oh,
LiveJournal. Mine still exists out there somewhere.
Oh, my God. Zanga?
I never had a Zanga, but I went on Zanga to read quotes.
Oh.
And find icons.
As you do.
For MySpace.
MySpace.
The early days of MySpace is where it's at, man.
Seriously.
That was the best.
It didn't get better than that. Like
that was the best era of social media.
Yes. 100% yes.
Like that instant serotonin hit where you log in and you have all the notifications.
Yes,
like
and the little box.
Picture, comment, message, blog comment.
Oh my God. All of the messages on MySpace. I'm so mad that they deleted everything.
Without telling anybody they were going to do it?
I would like warning. To go and read back.
I wouldn't.
I don't want to, but I need to. But I can't
I feel
because
that,
they deleted everything.
I definitely would.
Oh, for sure.
And then I would be cringing into the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, Zanga. That was like a middle school thing.
Yeah, I always went on there to read quotes and find icons for MySpace, but I never had one myself.
Okay, yeah.
Remember that? Just like reading quotes?
Yeah.
Even though they weren't like quotes.
Right.
But that's what they were called.
Yep.
They were just like, I don't even know how to describe them for anybody who didn't do this.
I don't know. It was just words.
Like very teenager sayings.
100%.
Like they weren't poems.
No.
They were I can't say they're too short because poems can be however long you want, but they didn't rhyme.
No.
It was
just words. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like you would just scroll through them.
Yeah.
I like that one.
One of my best friends back in the day, we used to just call each other up on the phone and we would just read through them like page after page after page.
Oh my God. You remember just talking to your friends on the phone?
Why would you do that? But yes, I do remember
I was going to say, did you not?
No, yes, you and I used to do that.
Oh shit, you're right. I have known you for that long.
Watch Talk Sex with Sue Johansson on Sunday.
Is she still alive?
I hope so.
I hope so too. Look it up.
I will. And then they got rid of the Oxygen channel.
Did they?
Yeah, that's why we stopped watching it.
Oh.
Yeah, this girl's still kicking.
How old is she?
91.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man.
Sue Johansson, role model for
I wonder
everyone.
if that's on the internet anywhere.
It's gotta be. The internet doesn't forget.
It says Amazon.
Can we please?
It's probably like you have to buy a DVD or something.
Can we please binge
It is a
this?
DVD. Talk Sex with Sue Johansson.
How much is it?
The Ultimate Shopping Guide.
Shopping?
What?
No, I just want to learn.
That show
Taught me so much.
Don't stick raw meat in your butt.
And it's not normal for your partner to bite off your nipple. It's not a normal thing.
It's not. Don't have sex in the bathtub. You'll push so much water
in there.
These are the things I remember from the show. It's like those three things are what I remember. Podcast? Does she have a podcast?
No fucking way.
What? No, maybe not. Let's see. Oh, this was from 2019. Somebody asked, is Dr. Sue Johansson alive? Though retired from radio and television today, Sue Johansson remains active as a published author of several books on sexual education and lectures widely at she lectures at universities across Canada and the U.S.
Is she Canadian?
Probably. That would make so much sense. Let me look.
Sue Johansson is
Toronto. She's from Toronto.
No fucking way.
It makes so much sense.
It does. Now. It does.
Oh my
This
gosh.
generation needs Sue Johansson.
She just had a birthday, July 29th.
Hell yeah.
She's 91.
All right.
What an icon.
For real.
Oh my God.
Just an all-around idol.
That was the best. Sunday nights on Oxygen.
Sunday nights on Oxygen. Oh my God. We really used to just go home from school and call each other.
Yeah. Or get on
for
AIM.
hours.
Yeah.
Man, what a time.
I remember coming home from school and the first thing I did, just right to the computer, turn on AIM. Like, oh, who else is on?
Yeah, I had a MySpace account before I was allowed to have a MySpace account.
I probably did too.
I kind of had to try to be sneaky about it, but I don't know how sneaky I actually was.
Probably not very.
Probably not.
Man, what else did we do on the internet back in the day?
I don't know.
It was just such a wild time.
It was.
And then there was MSN Messenger.
Oh, yeah. I got one of those just because you had one of those.
Yeah. AIM was better.
Yes. 100%.
Man, I was so sad when they killed AIM, even though I didn't use it anymore.
Yeah.
I still have an AOL email account. I don't use it, but I have it. I have two of them, actually. And one of them is still my Apple ID.
Huh.
Because I don't want to take the time to go through and change every single thing that's connected to it.
I feel you. What did we do? What did I do?
Man, remember all the pop-ups you used to get on computers?
Dude, I had a nightmare once that I was at work and like these porn pop-ups just kept going, and it was just like rapid fire, and I couldn't click out of them. And then my boss came over and saw, and I was like, I didn't do it.
That was my real life back in the day. I don't know what it was, but when I was...
Oh no, it definitely happened to me. Yeah. Just not at work.
Yes.
In modern time.
By that time, the pop-ups kind of died down.
Yeah.
But I would always be like, Mom, get rid of the pop-ups!
Help!
It was so...
I'm seeing things I shouldn't be seeing.
Why were those a thing?
I don't know.
Where did they even come from?
I don't know, because you would just like go to a page that wasn't porn.
Yeah.
And it would just be like porn pop-ups. Just going.
Or you wouldn't even have to go to a page. It would just, you'd be on your computer and they'd just pop up. Like, where the fuck did they come from?
I don't know.
Then there was the hamster dance.
Oh my God.
You can't forget that once you know it.
No, you really can't. That one's forever ingrained.
I remember watching that in my computer lab at school,
elementary
elementary
school.
That was
a thing.
Yeah. We had to play all the typing games.
Yes, I actually
Mavis
loved them.
Beacon.
I was very into the typing games.
I preferred the math and science ones,
Oh,
like
no,
Math
not me.
Blaster. I looked that up recently, actually, to see if there was like a if somebody had put it on the internet where I could play it.
Right.
But I couldn't find it. I was really upset. I used to have this cat dog game.
Cat Dog.
Cat Dog, you know, the TV
Oh,
show.
absolutely.
Cat Dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a computer game, and that was the best. I wished I could play old computer games.
Yes,
still.
computer games. I had this Hercules one.
Hercules.
Yeah. And I was really good at it up until you get to what's the many-headed dragon thing? Hydra?
Sure.
I don't know. I could be wrong. But the many-headed dragon thing, like every time you cut one off, like 2 more would grow.
Oh,
whatever.
God, that's horrifying.
Oh, yeah. And then I got past that part, and there was another part where, like, the Leviathans were, like, chasing you, and these things are, like, fucking mountains. So I was actually, like, terrified of it. Mm-hmm. So I had to stop playing that.
All I think of when I hear Leviathan is Supernatural.
Yeah. Yep. I had a Barbie gymnastics game that I really liked. So that was, like, you had to do the arrows in the right order to, like, complete the moves. Like the arrow keys.
I had a Barbie horse riding game.
Yeah.
And you had to, like, get apples for your horse to eat.
Yep.
There was also an underwater one where you had to swim.
I had that one too.
Did you?
I loved that one so much.
And there was one where you just had to make outfits. So that was kind of like your doll
My doll thing,
game, but it was Barbie.
Yeah.
Remember the math, or not math, the art games, like Magic, what were they called? The Disney one, Magic Artist or something. And it was kind of like Paint, but it was a game.
Speaking of Paint.
Paint.
I was obsessed with Paint. And I would
Microsoft Paint.
I would zoom in all the way and then just make lines of rainbow as small as they go. And then I would like scroll out every once in a while and be like, damn, I'm doing good. And then I would zoom back in and I would keep going with these rainbow lines.
What?
So that was the thing I did with my time back then. Yeah, man, like early internet days.
I miss MySpace.
Oh, absolutely.
Top 8. And then they expanded it to top 16.
That's too many.
Way too many.
Who has
That's
that many friends?
So many decisions to make.
I would probably just put like my top 4 up right now.
Yeah. I always had my sister in the number 1 slot.
Yeah,
So like,
I remember that.
Yeah. Like, no drama here.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to fight for my number 1 slot. It's my sister, so y'all can stop that.
And then your ex used to get mad when I was a space ahead of her.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah.
MySpace was an interesting time.
It was.
It taught everybody how to code.
It did. I missed that. I wish I still knew how to
It was
code.
really ahead of its time.
It was. It was because you would go in and you would edit your page and
I found so much music through MySpace.
same.
It's like, that's what it was supposed to be for.
Did you see that they like accidentally deleted the entire music history off of MySpace?
I think I heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and like so these artists like only had music on MySpace and now it's just gone. Like fucking ouch, dude.
Oh, that's so painful.
Yeah.
That's so painful. That's
It
how
is.
I found Hollywood Undead.
Same.
That's where I found Jeffree Star
Yep.
when he was actually making music and wasn't a total racist dick.
Yeah. Well, he might have been, but we didn't know about it yet.
I mean, not outwardly.
yeah.
Or as loudly as he probably was outwardly, but not as loudly as he is now. Man, who else did we find on MySpace?
I don't know.
They had all of those like whore trains
Yeah.
where you would just like put your name in it and so people would follow you or
Yeah.
not follow you. Friend request? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
And you could like comment on people's pages and it would be like posting on a Facebook
Yeah.
wall.
Except better.
Yeah. Man,
And like
all the
you
messages.
could hide comments so nobody else could see it, but you could see it.
Do you remember claiming people's pictures?
Oh my God. Yes, I do. Oh no. That's so cringy.
That was a thing.
That's so cringy to think about.
It is. It is.
I claim this picture. This one's mine.
So you would have to change like the
caption.
to
Yeah.
like belongs to Courtney.
Oh my God. Oh, that's so cringy. Oh my God. Why did anybody do that? It was just the thing to do.
All of the over editing on Photobucket.
Oh.
I recently logged into my photo bucket because they emailed me and told me that they were going to delete everything I had. And I hadn't been on it in fucking years.
Yeah,
like,
I downloaded all of my files.
Years. And I went in there and I was just like, oh, God, what did I do?
I still had a folder with all of my MySpace edits.
Oh,
it's so cringy.
so cringy.
And everybody having their scene names.
Oh, for sure. I was constant chaos, but like with X's, like big X, little X.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That was Court X Collision.
Yeah.
Which is still one of my Gmail.
Yep, sure is.
I'm just glad I made a new one because I was real tired of putting that on everything. Like, you go to a store and people are like, what's your email address? Court X. I would just spell out the last word.
Right.
Like, please don't actually read this back after you're done typing it. But it's still connected to so many things, so I still have it.
Yep.
Oh, God. That's so cringy. I didn't even come up with it.
No?
I don't remember who did. Might have been Jez.
Yeah?
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people didn't come up with their own.
I did.
Well, look at you,
I know.
Miss Constant
Chaos.
Chaos. Oh, my God. Live to love.
Oh, my God.
Your name.
Oh, jeez.
What were the numbers? What were the numbers?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
There were X's in that, too.
Yes. Live X2, X, love X.
Mine was just Court X Collision.
Sure was.
Man. Ugh.
What a time. What a time
Yeah,
that
it started
was.
out like Courtney Collision, and then I shortened it to Court.
I can't call you Court.
I know.
It's weird.
It's like I can't call you by a different name. It's just
Yeah.
Jacqueline. I can't even say it. It feels so weird in my mouth.
Yeah.
Man, early internet days. I miss it.
Oh, yeah. It was a much simpler time.
It really was.
Much simpler.
Before Twitter.
Before
fucking Facebook.
All of the real social media.
Once everybody switched to Facebook, that's when everything just went downhill.
Oh, I was like super against getting a Facebook at first. I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm sticking with MySpace. And then like everybody left MySpace to go to Facebook.
I don't even remember why. Like, why did everybody just decide we're going to Facebook?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know who made that call.
Me either, but everybody did.
They did. It was like a mass exodus of MySpace.
Well, they did make MySpace worse once they like updated it. Because like you had old MySpace, but then they like had the update and it wasn't as good. And it was kind of ugly.
Yeah.
So then I feel like that's when more people started leaving. And then they really updated it and really messed everything up.
Yeah.
And then they just deleted everything without telling anybody they were going to.
So rude. That's devastating, man. I really want those messages.
And like you couldn't go in and salvage anything because they just totally wiped it.
Wiped it, yeah. I'm actually like super sad about that. Like,
me too.
Oh my God.
I just want to know what's in there. I hope, since we can't access it, I hope it's actually just gone.
Yeah.
And there's not some copy of it floating out in the ether somewhere that somebody will just find one day and, release all of the messages.
Please never do that.
No. Man, MySpace. That was so good.
It was.
So good. Have all these flashy backgrounds.
Hell yeah.
Have your songs on
Your
there.
songs. You could have a profile song.
Yeah. I had AFI and then I had Rob Zombie.
I had the used.
I probably had the used too. I know I had Hollywood Undead. Like at first you could only have one song, but then you had the whole player.
Yeah.
Like you could add more than one and have like a playlist.
You could.
Oh man. And RuneScape.
Oh my God. How could I forget?
RuneScape.
That's how I spent all of my time in middle school.
I was up so late.
Like 3 a.m. I was not allowed to be up until 3 a.m. But I used to play fucking RuneScape all hours of the night and then still get up and go to school at like 7. Yeah. How did I do that?
I don't know. I used to see the sun come up so many times while playing
Absolutely.
RuneScape. I don't know how I pulled all-nighters all of the time back in the day, because if I do that now, I feel like I'm actually dying.
Oh, for sure.
And like my body's just going to give out on me.
Yes.
But back in the day, you're like, this is cool. I'm going to stay up all night and then not sleep the next day either. I'm just going to drink a boatload of Monster.
Oh, Monster.
Mountain Dew.
Oh, my
Remember
Lord.
when that's like all I drank?
Yes. Yes, I
That
do.
was horrible. How did I survive that? That's gross. This shit is so syrupy. How did I not just sound like I was gurgling when I talked?
Oh, man. Yeah, I actually, like, went on RuneScape within the past, like, 2 years.
Oh, me too.
And I renewed my membership
Did
for
you?
a little bit. Yeah, I just really liked woodcutting.
I like woodcutting and mining.
Mining, hell yeah.
Yeah.
RuneScape's where it's at.
I just
but, like,
wanna do that
not
forever.
new RuneScape, but like old RuneScape.
Yeah. But I think they shut down old RuneScape.
No, they didn't. It's still a thing.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I heard that they were going to shut it down. That's good.
So yeah, like I would be on RuneScape and I would be on AIM.
Yep.
And like just talking to people, playing my RuneScape.
Or your friends would be on RuneScape, so then you could just chat that way.
Yes.
And you just follow each other around and go mining. And
Yeah.
Oh man, RuneScape was so good.
Yes. I think it's underrated. and
Absolutely.
More people should play RuneScape.
Yeah. Like you said, I've logged on recently.
Yeah.
And recently being like the last 2 or 3
Yeah.
years and was just sitting there mining like, this is great.
This is wonderful.
This is awesome. I wish you could go past level, what is it, 99 or 100?
99.
99.
Yeah.
I wish you could go past that. I just want to keep leveling up. Like, let me just keep leveling up. If there's a game where I can level up things, I am all for that. That is my
100%.
shit.
I love to grind
Me too.
and just keep leveling up.
It
And-
has to be like really monotonous though.
Oh, yeah.
Like I
Like
just
the
need
most
to
boring
sit there.
thing. Just
Yeah.
click.
Yeah, but you get things.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're mining, you get the ores
get
and
the
you get
ores,
different ones and you can make
And there's
different.
gems that can be
Yes.
there. And like,
Then you
oh.
can make different versions of your tools.
Yes.
Based on what you can mine.
Yes.
And then just chopping down trees.
Oh my god, it was so satisfying.
Yeah,
And you would
see-
wait for it to respawn, and then
Yes.
you would go back to that tree.
And then somebody takes your tree, like, you motherfucker, I was here
could
first.
you?
I was here first. Then you have to go try to find a tree patch where nobody else is. So you can cut down your
Switch
own goddamn
worlds.
trees. Yes.
Oh my god,
God.
RuneScape.
So good. So good. Like, I kind of want to go in and just restart.
Yeah.
Like, not have I Love Davy 7 anymore.
Oh man. I think mine is still live X2 X love X.
Oh.
X live X.
So I would have created mine after or during 8th grade then. That's when I started listening to AFI. So that's when I got on RuneScape.
I was on in 7th grade for sure. Maybe 6th. I don't know.
I think I got on it like in 6th grade because one of my friends played it, but I got on like twice and I was like, I don't know
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
Right.
And then I,
Like you have to have somebody to play with you.
yeah, especially when you're first starting.
At the beginning, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I'm
You're
like,
like,
I
what
don't
the
know
fuck
what
is
the fuck. There's so much.
then you just
to
walk
this
around
game.
like killing chickens and shit.
Hell yeah! Collecting the feathers and the bones, and then you could like
Yes.
sell
Make
them and
things.
make things.
And then there's the imps and
the imps.
and then there's people that you can kill.
You could fish.
Yes. Oh, I did fishing a lot.
So much fishing.
And fire making or fire starting or whatever it's
yes, I would be
Just
I
make
would be
lines of
chopping
fire.
trees and then lighting them all on fire and chopping the trees.
You get the wood and light them on fire.
Get your tinderbox.
Yep. Just
Oh my
level up.
God.
I love leveling up shit.
Yes, my brother. He's on a modded Minecraft server right now
Oh yeah.
where you just keep leveling things up and like there's no limit. He's on like
There's no limit.
the limit does not exist. He's like mining level 300 something.
What?
Like, oh my god, I want to get back into
What?
Minecraft.
I'm kind of surprised I never got into it.
I didn't get into it until like 2013, 2014-ish. I don't know if it existed before that. It was a very new game.
Mm-hmm.
But I played it a lot with Jack.
I just see it and I'm so lost. Like, I don't know what's happening. It's just a lot of block things hopping around.
Yeah, when I used to play with Jack, he would be like the builder, and I would just be like the resource gatherer.
That makes sense.
Yes, that is 100%.
I just always want to be gathering.
Yes.
And leveling up.
Absolutely.
That's also why I like Animal Crossing, but you never level up things.
No, you just
You just gather a lot.
collecting.
But then you run out of space. in your storage.
I hate that. I was really excited about No Man's Sky when that one first came out.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a space game. I don't know.
Okay.
But I was really excited about it. And then I bought it and I started playing it. And the inventory space was just so limited. It was no fun. I don't know. I stopped playing because
because it was too limited.
Yeah, I just wanted like a mod that would give me infinite resource.
Storage?
Infinite storage.
That one?
Resource storage. Yeah.
That's kind of like, kind of why I like playing The Sims too, because you can level up your skills and stuff. Yes. So I've been playing that lately, but now I kind of just want to play RuneScape.
Yeah.
And just collect ore and
we should
wood.
Play together.
We should. I know I have old RuneScape downloaded on my other laptop. I haven't logged on since I got this one.
Right.
I could have sworn they got rid of old RuneScape.
You can play them separately now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was within the past 2 years. Like when you go to the website, you can choose either.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Do it. I'm fucking do it.
RuneScape. I'm gonna look up old RuneScape. Yeah, old RuneScape. Old school
Yes.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Old school RuneScape.
Oh, yeah,
I told you.
No. Free player. Yeah, I am a free player. I don't think I ever updated to a member. Or I feel like I tried to log in and it restarted me or something.
I feel like I had that issue too, but
Have you installed old RuneScape? No, I need to download it, actually. Download for Mac. Yes. I need to see if I can log in and still have I Love Davey 7. Thank you.
You remember your password?
No.
No.
It's probably something I can figure out.
Yeah. I know my password. Because it was my friend's password also.
Wow, how secure. We're going to share passwords.
We're in 6th grade. What do you want?
Old school RuneScape. Oh man, this is great podcasting, but I'm determined now. Unable to load Java runtime environment.
You gotta update your Java. I remember that. I didn't think that was still a thing
I didn't think Java was still a thing.
No.
I thought that died. Java RuneScape.
That's the one.
Java client support RuneScape support. The Java client has been removed. Make sure you've upgraded to the NXT client. I don't know what that means. Well, Java was a wonderful home for RuneScape for many years.
Java is no longer.
But we need to split our attention across both the older RuneScape Java client and the newer NXT client for desktop and mobile has meant the latter has evolved slower than we would have liked.
Yeah, there's a RuneScape on your phone now. You know that?
I did know that. I didn't know it actually came out, though.
That's a thing.
I'm no longer going to do this while we are podcasting. I will figure it out later because there's more steps than I thought there were going to be. But I will have an update on the next episode.
Absolutely.
What else was there, man? There was just so much good stuff.
So much.
It was a much more innocent time while being very not innocent at all.
Yes.
I remember it being very hard to find music. LimeWire!
Oh my god.
LimeWire!
That was a thing like all the way through high school.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wow. And
there Maybe was not all the way through high school.
Was it Kazaa?
I don't know.
Was that the other one?
I don't know that one.
I know I had both. LimeWire, man.
You remember when songs used to take like hours to download?
Yes. You would like queue them up and then go to bed and hope it didn't time out.
Yes. And then there was always Bill Clinton.
I did not have sexual relations. Man, I got by that so many fucking times.
So many times.
Shit. I never had actual porn. Like some people had porn download.
Yeah.
I never had that. I just had the Bill Clinton thing.
Yeah.
Mostly because I didn't download videos. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, I was just on the songs too.
Got so many fucking times. It was so annoying because then you had to go find another one.
You never knew what you were going to get until you download it. And it would take hours to download. So some of it would just be a total waste of your time.
Some of it's like really badly recorded radio hits.
Man.
I know I have a few Bullet for My Valentine songs where it's like it was played on the radio.
Yes.
So it has the DJ on there.
Yes.
Oh my God. If anything took that long to download now I would throw my
lose
computer.
my fucking mind.
No, we are so spoiled now. And we lived through that. It shouldn't be that bad. But now it's like, I've suffered. I paid my dues. You must download immediately.
There was one time my mom was like, this is illegal. You can't do this. And she thought like they were going to come get us.
Oh my God.
I was like, it's just a song.
I know. They're really not going to come after some 13-year-old downloading a song. I promise. And there are all those like anti-piracy commercials on DVDs.
You wouldn't download a house.
Man, I'm kind of sad for kids these days.
Right? Like,
because like they've only known the internet.
Yeah.
Like as it is.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of sad.
A little bit, yeah.
Because like we grew up and
we had to struggle through the internet.
Fuck, man, it took forever to load a fucking page. It'd go line by line.
God,
Do you remember that? You open a picture attachment from an email, it's like line by line by line, and then somebody would call and be like, fuck! It was almost done! And then it's just a spam call.
Oh my God, yeah.
And you just hear, goodbye. Fuck! God damn it! Now I have to do it all over again.
You've got mail.
You've got mail. Oh God, that was so frustrating. No wonder we all have anxiety
For
now.
real. We had to struggle through that
Trying to
shit.
watch pictures and websites load.
Oh my God.
It took so fucking
So
long.
long.
I'm trying to get songs to play. Like, all right, buffer.
Buffering.
Buffering. If something buffers now, I'm like, the fuck you mean
I
it's buffering?
I swear. Oh my God.
That word doesn't exist in my vocabulary anymore. Everything is supposed to be instantaneous. It's raining. It is.
Once we stop yelling.
It's like, oh, it's raining.
It's raining. Oh, nice.
It's kind of funny because the room we are in right now used to be my dad's office. Mm-hmm. And so it was the computer room while I was growing up.
Oh my God, you're in the same room.
So in this room is where I first used LimeWire and downloaded so many songs.
Wow.
I just, like, that's
that's
registered in my
wild.
brain. Yeah.
That is wild.
It was against that wall. The wall that's the background for my solo videos on YouTube. That's where the computer was. And that's where I would download songs on LimeWire and play Pogo and Yahoo Pool and talk to people on AIM and send emails.
Oh, it's the emails.
Whoa, that's blowing my mind right now. That's
like a whole other lifetime.
Yeah.
Things have changed so much. Technology moves so fast.
It does. And then when it doesn't, everybody gets very mad.
You remember iPods?
Yes. I know.
What was your first iPod?
My first was a video.
Really?
iPod video.
I had a Nano, I believe, at first.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had, what was it, like a Slim iPod?
Yeah. I got mine in 7th grade. That's when I got my first iPod.
And then I had, my favorite one, I had an iPod Classic.
And it got stole out of your car while you were delivering pizzas.
So much music on that thing. I had been building it up for years.
Uh-huh.
And then I was delivering pizzas. I got back to the store. I ran in. I grabbed my next order. I came out. Fucking thing was gone. It was literally like 40 seconds. And they stole my iPod Classic. I had to start over from scratch.
You didn't have your music on your computer?
No, because I had a different computer back then. That's the one that, we turned on the hose at the Arnold house. Not like the regular one, but like there was another one on that side of the house.
It's never good when you talk about hoses and computers in the same story.
Yeah, they turned on that hose and it like, you know how my room was in the basement?
Uh-huh.
It turned on like inside the ceiling, and I was taking a nap because that's when I worked overnights at McDonald's. Mm-hmm. So I was taking a nap, and all of a sudden this water just starts pouring on me.
Oh no.
That's not a good way to wake up.
No.
And then it just like, I had my laptop on the bedside table next to me, and it was just right on top of that. And I was running upstairs like screaming like, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off.
I need rice.
Yeah, there was no saving that. You could like pour the water out of the laptop. It was a bad time.
Yeah, so you didn't have your music.
No. And then I got another iPod Classic. And by the time I like started putting songs on it, like you could do that on your phone.
I was very determined to not have all of my music on my phone. I was like, I am always going to have an iPod and I will have my phone and I will keep this shit separate. And now if I had to carry two things, I'd just be like, what the fuck is this? Just put it all on my phone. And now I don't download music. It's just Spotify.
Days before Spotify.
Man.
You remember cell phones before texting?
Yes.
Oh, we had Nextel, so you could like do the chirp thing.
I never
My mom
had
would
that.
always be chirping me
had
because I would be out like riding my bike or whatever, and she would chirp chirp.
Oh my gosh. I would play Snake on my mom's cell phone.
My dad's cell phone had Brick Breaker.
Oh, yes.
That was my favorite shit.
Yes. I think I had that on my first cell phone.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit was legit.
Oh, it was wonderful.
Flip phones.
The slidey phones.
The slidey phones.
I had the Rumor. Oh my god, I love that phone so much.
When phones finally got keyboards.
Yes!
Instead of just the T9.
Oh, T9. I had to use T9 a couple of years ago. My uncle's cell phone. He still has a flip phone. And he wanted me to text his wife back, my aunt. And so I started doing it. And then I couldn't figure out how to do punctuation. I had to Google how to T9 punctuation.
It's the one button.
I forgot.
How could you forget?
It's gone from my mind.
I remember just being so good at T9 when you have to look at your phone.
Oh my god, yes. Yes.
Those were the simple days.
They were. And that's like before autocorrect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well.
Now if my autocorrect just like stops working, I'm like, I don't know how to type words.
I can't text.
I need it to be fixing it as I go along. My thumbs don't work correctly. Right. I need it to be correcting me.
Oh man.
Oh my god, before touchscreen phones.
Before phones had internet.
Oh my god. Trying to get ringtones before the internet.
You remember ringback tones?
Yeah.
Oh my god, so when somebody called you, they would hear a song instead of ringing.
Remember just having your ringtone playing? Like,
yeah.
I can't remember the last time I turned my phone off of silent. I don't know how people do it. They just go around with their phones dinging all the time. I'm like, how? How do you do this? That would drive me fucking nuts. It would drive me so crazy.
Oh my god.
Mine is just always set to vibrate.
I had a CD player before I had iPod.
Oh yes, those portable CD players.
Yes, but like
don't hit a bump, or else
that's what I was just gonna say. I would take it and I would be like walking to my bus stop. I had to walk up this hill, and yeah, if you move the wrong way, it's like, and then it stops playing, and then you gotta like bump it again.
I used to listen to, well, first of all, Britney Spears.
Of course.
I think it was the Oops, I Did It Again album. That was one with Lucky on it, right? Yeah. I used to listen to that all the time. And then Aqua with Barbie Girl.
Oh my god.
I had that one that I used to play all the time. And Shania Twain.
Shania Twain. Let's
Britney
go,
Spears, Aqua, and Shania Twain.
It's quite
I'm cultured, obviously. It's hashtag white culture.
I was big into Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
I was also into Backstreet Boys, but I did not play them on repeat on my portable.
Oh, I definitely did.
CD player.
When I was like little, like early elementary school, that was when like the Backstreet Boys first got really big. And so I would be in my room just like playing with Legos and like listening to Backstreet Boys. And I had a Nick Carter poster on my closet.
I know I had a Backstreet Boys poster. I would listen to them like on my boombox. I would listen to them, Britney, of course. NSYNC, Spice Girls, Dream Street.
Dream.
Man, Dream Street.
What a
That's
time.
a throwback.
What a time.
Yeah. And O-Town.
O-Town.
Just the one song, though. Not the rest of them. I don't know the rest of their songs. Just the one. All or nothing. Oh, my God. Such an innocent time.
Yes.
I would just sit in my closet and string beads and listen to
Dude, I swear. Oh, why are we the same? Oh, my God.
The closet in the room that's literally right next to us right now. This is so weird to me now. My whole childhood took place right now.
Here.
It's so different. Oh, that's so weird.
Oh my God.
What a good time.
Yeah.
What a good time. But we have some questions.
I was just going to say.
We have some questions.
Let's go.
So, question number 1.
Number 1.
From @ACDC8827.
Okay.
On Twitter. Expectation and role for Reichel and Bjorkstrom? I don't know, pal. Reichel might spend time with the IceHogs. Mm-hmm. I could see him at least starting the season down there.
Yeah.
Playing maybe first line center, maybe second behind Evan Barrett. Mm-hmm. Borgstrom, I don't know, because he's been in the NHL before.
Right.
And then he was playing over in Europe. I'm assuming they want to get him into the NHL lineup and not send him to Rockford.
Right.
So I could see him. I don't know that they would start him at center, especially now that they've acquired Tyler Johnson.
Right.
So theoretically, you'll have Taves back at first line center. Mm-hmm. Then you'll have Doc on your second line. Tyler Johnson, third line. Fourth. Who the hell do we have now? Is Jujar Caro center? He might be. Maybe he's a winger. Or we have Gaudette. I think he's a center. Like, sounds that role right. was always David Kampf, and now he's gone. He's in Toronto. So, I don't know. So, I could see him playing on the wing. Maybe third line wing, kind of ease him in. Maybe fourth line wing to ease him in. Mm-hmm. But I think he'll be in the NHL. Reichel, I could see him starting in Rockford.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure he'll get every chance out of camp to make the Blackhawks.
Oh, for sure.
But he's still so young. He was only drafted last year. Mm-hmm. I hope he plays in Rockford. It'd be fun to watch him.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Number 2, from Alex @a_nuddle_CBJ from the Cannon and Tomahawks podcast. Is that what yes.
Yes.
Is that the official name?
Yes.
All right. Hockey related. Well, they're both kind of hockey related, but way too early season predictions for the Hawks. We already kind of did that. Yeah. Who wins the cup? Who makes it to the Final Four?
Oh, Jesus. Pull up the teams again.
All right. Easiest way to do this would be... sure, let's do this. And teams.
Okay.
All right, so Final Four. Who makes it out of each division?
I don't like this game.
I want to say Colorado out of the Central.
Okay.
Although I had them winning the cup in one of my brackets this year.
Yeah, so did I. I don't even want to see that bracket.
Oh, no, mine got fucked real early with Toronto. Thanks, guys.
Really, really bad.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, so Colorado.
Colorado out of the Central. The Pacific, I don't fucking
Edmonton.
know.
With everything that they've done in this offseason? Oh, my God.
And they make it to the conference final.
Final.
Edmonton versus Colorado. What a fucking shit show.
Matchup, yeah.
I don't think it's going to be Seattle, as fun as that would be.
But Vegas did it their first year.
Yes. And we also underestimated that roster, so yes, it is possible.
It is very possible.
But I'm going to say it's not Seattle.
Okay.
It could be Vegas.
It could be, if they continue.
It depends on what their goaltending's going to look like.
Well, it's Leonard, and then...
Right. But...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The Pacific. It won't be Anaheim. I don't see it being Calgary. I guess in theory it could be Edmonton, but they have Mike Smith and Mikko Koskinen back in net.
Yeah, they do.
It's not going to be LA. I doubt it's San Jose.
I can't see that.
Oh, fuck. So then we're left with Seattle, Vancouver, and Vegas. It's not going to be Vancouver. Fuck. All right, Vegas. Vegas and Colorado.
Vegas and Colorado? Okay. And then the Metro.
Out of the Metro. Fuck. But Carolina, Columbus, New Jersey, the Islanders, the Rangers, the Flyers, Penguins, Caps. Could be the Islanders again.
Could.
Could be Carolina.
Very well.
But the goaltending. Freddie and Ronta. Ooh. Good in theory. But do they stay healthy?
Right.
I don't think it'll be the Rangers, although I think the Rangers will make the playoffs. Jersey would be fun. But I don't think they will make it to the Final Four. This is so boring, but I'm going to go Islanders again.
Islanders?
Yeah. What do you think?
I think, as much as I hate it, I think Carolina. I know.
I could see it, but
Yeah, I feel the same way.
the Atlantic.
Atlantic. Oh, Jesus.
Boston, Buffalo,
Buffalo.
Detroit, Florida, Montreal, Ottawa, Tampa, Toronto.
Toronto!
I want to say Toronto.
I know.
I want to say it so bad, but I'm going to go with Tampa.
Yeah, it's hard not to.
I'm going to go with Tampa, and it hurts because I want it to be Toronto.
Yes, very much.
All right, so
wrong blue team.
For me, it's Tampa, Islanders, Colorado, Vegas. Wow, how boring. That's like how it was this year, pretty much.
I got
throw Montreal in
Toronto, Carolina, Colorado. I'm sticking with Edmonton.
You're sticking with
I'm
Edmonton.
sticking to it.
Man, yours is more fun than mine. Mine's so boring.
You wanted a boring final, too.
I didn't want Tampa Bay to win the cup, okay? I wanted to see how many sandwiches could fit in the Stanley Cup if the Islanders had won it.
They didn't.
And I was on the Habs bandwagon until the draft.
Yeah.
All right. Non-hockey-ish. Why does Nathan McKinnon hate carbs so much? Because they make your soul happy, and he doesn't want to be happy until he gets past the second round of the playoffs.
Only drinks water.
Yep. He's determined to be miserable until his team wins. That's why he hates carbs so much. In 10 words or less.
Oh, boy.
Why is Phil Kessel a better player than Crosby?
Oh, man. 10 words or less.
He escaped Toronto to win the cup. That's 7.
Yep, he did do that.
Your turn.
Oh, God, I don't know. When I think Phil Kessel, I just think hot dogs.
I know, I was trying really hard to think of something
that's what I'm saying.
hot dog
I don't
related.
want to say hot dogs, but you can't underestimate this man.
5. You beat me.
I did.
But you can't underestimate Crosby either.
Sure you can.
It's not allowed for Phil. But if it's Crosby, you might. All right. This one's from your grandpa.
My grandfather.
Can the Lightning, or Light Knowing,
Stop
he
it.
had a typo, win 3 in a row?
It could. I don't see it happening. I don't think they're going to three-peat.
I don't know what I would do. Do you know how disgusted I would be if that happened?
Vasilevsky.
Who? I don't know what this word is coming from your mouth. They're starting goaltender?
They're starting fucking goaltender.
Oh my god! Vasilevsky? Andre Vasilevsky?
Andre Vasilevsky.
Oh gosh. All right, this from Stuart Johnson.
Yee.
I don't know who that is.
That is my mother's friend.
Hockey for dummies. Icing? High sticking? Waterboarding? Etc.
Oh, Stuart.
Well, icing is when you are on your team's side of the red line and you shoot the puck down to the other side of the ice before you cross the red line.
There you go.
It's really hard to explain without like a
picture?
Yeah.
Wait, where'd your whiteboard go?
Over there. That would not be helpful for anybody listening, though.
No, not at all.
So if you're closer to your goalie and you haven't crossed the red line yet, and you shoot the puck down to the other end of the ice, it's icing.
That's it.
High sticking. It's when you hit
So you
somebody
hit
in the
somebody.
face with a stick.
And if you draw blood, it's 4 minutes instead
Yes.
of 2.
But if it's a follow through for a shot, it's not
Doesn't
high
count.
sticking. Waterboarding is not a thing in hockey.
In hockey, it's definitely a thing.
It's a thing, but not in hockey.
I think that was facetious.
I think so too. And etc. Well, that's just a word.
What else for hockey for dummies?
Oh God. You have 5 guys on the ice in front of your goaltender, unless you are killing a penalty.
Or on a power play.
Well, you still have 5.
But if you pull your goalie.
Then you have 6. But you'd still have 5 in front of your goalie.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hockey 101.
You try to put
I can't think of anything
the little
else.
round black thing into the other team's net.
Yes, behind the opposing goalie, not behind your own goalie.
No, don't do an own goal.
Don't ask Calvin DeHaan that.
Oh, Jesus.
Because Calvin DeHaan likes to put the puck behind his own goaltender.
Yeah, he does.
All right. Let's see. Where did the other one go? From...
Seeing Facebook on a computer is weird.
I know, right? From friendly IceHogs season ticket holder, Adam Traeger. What's y'all's opinion on the free agency draft and expansion draft? Well,
We've kind of gone over all that.
kind of.
in our
Free
past-
agency was batshit crazy.
Yes.
And there were a lot of crazy contracts handed out, which I assumed there wouldn't be as many because of the flat cap.
Mm-hmm.
Like, last year's free agency wasn't this crazy.
No, not at all. It was
And-
pretty boring,
yeah.
actually.
And the cap didn't go up,
No,
but teams still decided to go batshit crazy anyway.
they sure did.
The draft...
That was a bad time. For one,
Yeah.
it was fucking boring.
Oh my god, it was
it
so
took
boring.
like 4 hours.
And that was only
for the
round
first
1.
round.
And rounds 2 through 7 took all fucking day. All day.
All day.
There's no reason for it to take that long. They didn't even interview all of the players because it was rounds 2 through 7 and nobody fucking cares.
No.
So they didn't show all of the players, and somehow it took all day, and teams were still taking timeouts. Like, you had all night to think about this.
All night.
They were taking timeouts in the second round.
Yeah,
like,
they were.
What were
Like,
you doing
why?
all night? That was the draft. The expansion draft, I don't fucking know what Seattle did. I have no idea. I have no explanation for what they chose.
I mean, outside of like Grew.
That wasn't
there
even
weren't any-
expansion. That was just free agency.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Who did they pick that was like a big name?
Jordan Eberle,
Right.
Mark Giordano, just because he's
Yeah.
the captain, or was the captain for the Flames.
Uh-huh.
Chris Drieger
Oh, right.
from Florida.
Right.
I can't remember.
I don't
They took John Quenneville from Chicago.
Yeah, they did.
Why? I don't know. They took Jared McCann from Toronto because they traded for him and then exposed him so that they wouldn't take Alexander Kerfoot, even
Yeah.
though he's older than Jared McCann.
Well, you know.
So we'll see how that plays out next year. That's something I'm very interested in, to see how those two, how their seasons go.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it probably won't be comparable because they're very different teams.
Oh, for sure.
But individually,
Yeah.
I'm very curious to see how their seasons go.
I feel it.
So, do you have any other thoughts on the free agency draft or expansion draft?
No, the draft was just very disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
The first round.
All of it.
All
really.
of it.
I mean,
But, like-
the second day was just very boring.
For sure.
The way the first round ended was just, it really capped off a terrible broadcast
Yeah.
with how boring it was. And then the whole Montreal thing, and then ending it with the Blackhawks and Stan Bowman being surrounded by 7 women just making a pick for a PR move.
Look at
Instead of
me.
just highlighting these amazing women working in hockey, it was a PR move. And they reached for a pick. They didn't even take anybody who was slotted to go there to make up for it.
Yep.
Oh, Arvid Soderblom has new pads, and they're mostly black with little accents of red and white.
I like it.
Me too. Interesting. So those, I believe those were all of the questions that we got.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't miss any. If I did, we'll answer them in the next episode. Man, now it's the off season, and I thought nothing had happened before this, but I don't see as much happening in between.
Oh, God, if it
now
keeps
and the
going.
next, I really hope it doesn't do that. But we might have a guest for the next episode, so
Oh,
that's
yeah?
exciting.
Ooh, sneak
I won't
peek.
say who because I don't know if it's going to be confirmed or not yet, but we will have some exciting guests coming up, at least. I just don't know if it will be for sure next week or not.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's this one. I hope the craziness of the hockey was somewhat exciting, but I hope the RuneScape chat was even more exciting.
Yes, the early internet.
The early internet and talk sex with Sue Johansson. Let us
Yes.
know if you watched that.
Please, and tell us about your early internet experience.
Oh my God,
what
please.
did you do? I need
Please.
to know. I need to know
I definitely
what you
have
did.
to clip this so people can actually see it for sure. and
Hell
respond to
yeah.
it. We need to know.
Please tell
We need
us.
to know. Or you
It's
can
important.
go over to iTunes or Apple and leave it in a review. Give us a 5-star rating and leave your early 2000s internet experience in the review thingy.
You can do that.
Yes.
You could comment on the YouTubes.
You can do that.
You can, what else do we have? Oh, like tweet at us.
Tweet at us. Instagram.
You
could talk to us on Facebook.
You could.
I don't know why you'd want to, but you can. It's there.
You can post on pages walls, can't you?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to.
I hope we get a notification if that happens.
Yeah. Hit us up on Instagram.
Yep. Instagram at FromCenterIcePod. On Twitter at VFCenterIcePod. You could email us. VFCenterice@gmail.com. Yeah.
There's lots of ways you can get a hold of us.
Yeah. And like I said at the beginning, if you're not watching this on YouTube and want to subscribe to us on the YouTube, it's youtube.com/c/FromCenterIce. Very easy. Or just go to FromCenterIce.com.
You can do that too. It's got all the links.
Got all of the things.
Everywhere you want to go.
All of the things.
All of them.
And now I just really want to talk about RuneScape more, but we're running out of time on my SD card. So I'm going to go try to download this. We will talk about it next week if I have a good update.
Yes.
If I don't have a good update, we'll talk about it even more. And I hope you all have a good week. Let us know, again, your early 2000s internet experiences. How many times did you get got by Bill Clinton trying to download music on LimeWire? What were your message board and chat room experiences?
Yes,
like, what was your AIM name?
Oh my God.
Did you have a scene name on MySpace?
Please
tell us.
Oh, I need this.
All of it.
All
we
of
need
it.
to hear all of it.
Every last bit of it.
On that note, we hope you have a fantastic week. We hope this episode was fun, and we will catch you all next time. Bye.